Guys know it is Drunken Chat, son.
All right, like the main man says, welcome to Drunken Chat, son, on the Comic Crusaders Network. Your co-host, Cornbread, Collard Greens, and Chitterlings. It is a pleasure to welcome back the crew. Introduce yourself, starting with Adam. What's going on, man?
Hello, everyone. It's Blind Adam, the innovator of perversion. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday night and or Saturday morning. Depending on what purpose you're on. And it's nice to be back.
Yes, sir. Nice to have you back. And you got some hidden gems today as well, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
What's up, everyone? Easy E here. You know, back where I got it all started, right? Just glad to be here on a Friday night.
Oh shit! Go ahead, Remo.
Like Big Remo, you know what I'm saying? Friday night kicking it, cognac lounger. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, the Ultra Man is back. What's going on, brother?
I'm not Ultra at the moment. I'm Sick Boy. Hi, everybody. I'm Sick Boy. Right now, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm like really trying to fight and hang out with y'all. I know everybody's waiting on this box giveaway and a whole bunch of other shit, but just I'm sorry. Like, look, my wife was like Monday night. She's like, I'm not feeling good, and I was like, oh shit, this is not good. I'm wondering if I'm gonna feel good. Woke up, felt like absolute ass on Tuesday. So it's been 4 days of basically getting to where I'm at now, which is better than where I was a couple days ago. So feeling better. Glad to be here with you guys, but I just don't know how long I'm gonna be able to hang out tonight. But I'm gonna do my best. Try to chill with the crew.
Sure enough.
That was me last week, man. That was me all last week, man.
Don't know what the hell it is, man.
It's terrible.
You chill for a week and then bam.
So you're gonna change your name to like Sick Maximus, then, right?
Yeah, I still got the cough and shit.
And of course, I want to welcome the sixth man of the crew, you guys, such as GT Comic that is in the chat, Wookie Fodder, Marvel Man Comics, Repair Tech Tony, T Jones. Welcome to you guys for chiming in freaking early. We got a show for you tonight. We got some of the small but interesting news this week. We want to talk about some Secret Invasion stuff and how it's going so far. We also want to talk about I got some Indiana Jones spoilers for you because I got some qualms about what people have been saying about it. We've got some Barbie stuff. I'm going to talk about Mattel, what's going on with that. Also
big.
They are, right? The Marvel news is the jackpot stuff. I'm going to go into a little bit more depth that you guys could for your consideration as you guys are making purchases on that stuff. Adam has some hidden gems, and then of course we're going to try and close the show out with some FOC and some new releases. Man, freaking other than that, man, freaking I don't know if you guys have any other freaking news, but let's start in getting into how Secret Invasion is going so far. I don't know if you're updated on it. Ultra, yeah. I know you were in it from the beginning. Like, what did you think about that so far?
I think so far
because you actually been reading that. You probably went back and read the stuff and everything.
No, I didn't read shit. I didn't read none of this. I've never read the Modern Secret Invasion with Spider-Woman. It was never a story that really appealed to me. Not only that, I did not purchase a single Secret Invasion speculation related book for the purposes of specking on the TV series because I wanted to just be surprised. And this is what I like that they've done nothing like the original stories. They've omitted the Fantastic Four completely from this arc, which is kind of wild if you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's new, that's for sure, but it's also it's what we asked for, and then people complain about it. They wanted really good television that makes Marvel television inseparable from any other kind of channel television, right?
Yeah.
So, like from any other high value, this is definitely a better show production wise than Ms. Marvel. You can see it in the production value and everything going on there. I don't know if it has anything to do with the acting.
I was going to just bring that up. The acting in this is looking phenomenal.
But again, we're getting a high value thriller. We're 3 episodes in, and I am every time I'm like, God damn, that episode was too short, and it's almost an hour long episode. So it's like that right there tells me that we're all in for more. But I'm a little worried about people they're killing off. There's a little bit of people upset about some of the deaths that have happened in here, but do we know if these are permanent yet?
My theory is that one of them is definitely not permanent.
And are you talking about the one from
episode 3?
Okay, that's the one that everybody is currently like worried about, and I even alerted my boys that morning because wasn't feeling well on Tuesday, so I slept all Tuesday. Woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, oh look, it's time for Secret Invasion in like an hour, so let me start watching. So I started watching them over again. And then I
remember when you said something in the chat, like where you're like
somebody gets whacked, and you might want to take a look at a spec book that might be a fire sale time. It's like one of those things. Like, what do you do when you speculate on a book and that person dies? Like, oh shit!
Avengers 40?
What's that?
Would that spec book be New Avengers 40?
No. That spec book is something else completely. So it's like, if you watch the episode, you know what spec book that is because the first appearance of that person is in this specific book. So it was like, it might be time to get rid of it just in case. I mean, maybe some extra copies.
All right, it's the other book I'm thinking of. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil it for the people who still haven't watched it almost 3 days later. But yeah, no, it's fun.
I definitely sold all my Secret Invasion books way before the series even dropped, because
that's kind of like where we're at with the spec cycle right now. Is like you have to be selling ahead of news now, and kind of like when there's people who are like thinking about it and thinking that they're ahead of the news, sell it to them.
Yeah.
But no,
I kept a couple extra sets, just in case this caught on. Had a casual fan base, but I've been doing all right with just the trades.
Yeah. Well, I've tried preaching the concept of blue chip books and red chip books and pink chips, but it doesn't seem to be catching on. But what I will say, I think it's a lot easier for people to understand, is there should be the books that you buy to flip, right, during the movie and TV cycle, and then there are the ones that you think that you're going to grab and hold on that are going to increase the market value of your collection as a whole, so that as you start to think about retiring, that you can always freaking sell that through Heritage or whoever, or just those private sales to get you the money you want. These movie books, what's the last book that we think of that popped off because of a TV or a movie or even a video game that's staying true? And right now, the only thing I can think of right now is Ultimate Fallout number 4, which is the first appearance of Miles Morales. I can't think of any other book that's out there that's risen to the level of a blue chip book.
And then that's like retained its value.
Yes. I can't think of anything else right now. And that's
I mean,
it.
everybody's arguing over Edge of Spider-Verse 2 and Ultimate Fallout 4. Those are the ones. It's Gwen, it's Miles, it's Gwen, it's Miles. Well, you know what?
If you're smart, you have both, right?
And Spider-Boy.
So here's what's
Spider-Boy.
interesting. You know,
I-
freaking I never. So here, yeah, it was a crazy incident, right? So I have a stack of books that once again I'm trying to get rid of for. I think the next sale that we got is in a couple of days. I have a stack of books that's on this shelf, and for some reason it just fucking fell over. It was a shelf full of like these shadow clone books, right? Like that's the
Clone
one with
Conspiracy.
it's Spider Gwen,
God damn it. I
Spider
remember that.
Spider Gwen Shadow Clones #1, and it's the one that's got different Spider Gwens. And
Oh, okay. So that's not the Clone Conspiracy where the one spider became the Jackal, and that was a real big piece of shit because it ruined all of his fucking character
Is
building.
that the one that where he brought all the characters back from the dead, and it was all the worst Spider-Man story beyond One More Day?
No, this one is Spider Gwen Shadow Clones, right? And that's one and I'm trying to find a place for it so it's stable and everything, but I'm just gonna have to buy another shelf, right? So in the meantime, there was actually some 1 in 10s that were in that stack that I haven't even bagged and boarded yet, and they're still in really good shape. Nothing really happened to them. So good luck on that. Now, so I got them to the side, right? In the meantime, and that happened this morning. In the meantime, today, I don't know what I was doing, but I just happened to be slipping through YouTube, and I see Comic Tom doing his 101 where he's talking about stuff that's all of a sudden risen in value, and one of those books was the Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones #1, and he had a focus on the 1 in 10 by Peach Momoko for some reason. That's because it's like the design variant for Gwenak or whatever for some freaking reason. I don't know whether he's got a stack of these motherfuckers around for some fucking reason, but he was really pushing that, which is kind of surprising because there is a 1/100 for that was done by Greg Land. So, so as far as Gwen books that are all of a sudden risen in price, that's one of those ones that was kind of interesting. That's what's going on. So hey, what's going on, Mojo Quid?
Well, isn't the rumor that there's supposed to be a bunch of different variants of Gwen showing up in the next Spider-Verse film?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I believe it or if I
care. I mean, I figured it was like one of those rumor things that like to sell books.
Yeah.
To an extent. There's going to be a couple more Miles variants too. Besides the two we already have.
If there isn't the Gwen versus Carnage, Gwen versus Mary Jane Carnage.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, this is how much I care about this fucking book. My old stack of. I actually sent Wookie Fodder one of them in the drunken box in which he was drunk when he purchased it. I was like, okay, and they're trying to hype it up. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it right now. And I'm allowed to say that because I got a stack of
them. Yeah, you're only hurting yourself, right?
Yeah, fuck that book.
Look, because you'll be getting an email from me when you're more sober.
I've not even started drinking yet, my friend.
So because Miles and Gwen are their first appearances as Spider Gwen and Spider, Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, whatever. Those are the only two that I can think of. Back to your question, though, Lucas. But other than that, since then, there's been a bunch of people who are flash in the pan, who are hype while it's new, and then it fades away. People will usually be able to buy them, except that Taikugi guy from Taskmaster #3.
Yeah.
His first appearance is one of the only ones that has not come back down because of how rare that Shane Davis variant is.
So
are you talking about the 1 in 25?
Yes, the red cover 1 in 25.
Yeah, the what was it? Yeah, Taskmaster number 2,
is that the one that
2 or something like that.
Number 3,
so right, so that was a forgotten that was a forgotten soldier for about a couple of weeks, because it hit like around $300 to $400, and then I was able to stack one for like $100. about a week or a week or two or so. Thank God. And
I
this was
sold it
like
raw for like 180 ish, something like that. I can't remember. It was a pretty good sale and
Yeah.
whatnot. Should have went more.
right.
But,
Yeah. So
Wait,
so
did you also get it for like $25 though at ratio cost or less?
12 bucks.
There you go.
But, come on, this is me we're talking about here. Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I think I forget what because I sold that one in like all the open orders like when it originally came out. I was like, oh man, should have bought one for myself. But
And that was one that
That
I
is-
wanted to grade, but it was like, man, if I wait, by the time I wait,
Oh,
sometimes there could be more copies come to market. So it was a gamble, and I should have took the gamble. It probably would have 9.6 or 9.8'd. It was one of those borderline ones that if it 9.6, I'd have to send it again to maybe twice more, and then they'd eventually let me have a 9.8 on it.
oh, I will say, and I can't believe I forgot about this one. The Agents of Atlas.
speaking about
That
books
one's
that,
going.
books that you sell people and you send out for grading. So
Wait. I said that's the one I gave you.
yeah, this is the one you sold me.
Did you press it again?
I did not press it.
I pressed it. So nice.
Yeah, 9.6.
Hey,
yeah.
do you know what I bought that book as?
I do remember you bought it because we were in a chat group at that
I
time.
bought it as an 8.5.
8.5.
A lot of
Yeah,
spine
yeah.
breaks and wrinkles, and that one color break up at the top.
Yeah. So I do
That's
remember that.
fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So just to give you a heads
And
up.
I shipped it to Yi.
Yep. So yep. So I just wanted
Oh.
to show you that. If you're
Nice.
curious to know.
Oh, and did the other one come back too?
I didn't grade that one.
You didn't grade that one?
Yeah. So
That
I'm
should
sure.
be a tap in, man.
Yeah. I'm sure I have a stack of magic books I'm eventually gonna grade at some point in time. But this was just like hey, I need to hurry up and use my CGC credit before it expires, and I don't know when I'm gonna renew my next membership again. I'll probably
Damn,
wait for
I
a
can't
switch.
believe I can't believe that book made 9.6. I was worried about it making 9.6 just because of how much that one thing broke color, but okay.
The submission was pretty good, so like they treated me good.
Well, that's fantastic. See, Ultra can still press books in his old age.
But yeah, freaking we call it Agents of Atlas. Was that like a 1 in 25 or was it like a 1 in 50? That one went down for a little bit, but now it's back up because of the rumor that an actress had been picked as I forget White Snow.
Luna Snow.
Luna Snow, yeah.
But then her agency came out and says, "Nah, that's not freaking happening," and people aren't listening. They're like, "Yeah, this is at least it's happening.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed." They're like,
They denied it. It's
no.
confirmed. Yeah, I know. Guys.
Yeah, I mean, I reported
that was that K-pop star, huh? That was
Pink. Yeah, from Pink. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the one that I reported, and 10 minutes later, I was like, no, that's not happening. I was like, fuck. But that's how quick stuff happens. Yeah. So those are the ones that are at the top of my mind that they kind of are happening right now. So I would just say, everybody, please be careful.
What about Amadeus Cho? How's his book first appearance doing? I haven't looked in a while. Yeah. I mean, because I know
it's so rare that it's not really going to crash much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other people out there that constantly remind you of these old first appearances that are plummeting in value, so that people go out and buy them. Like, go keep the value up.
Well, what's the news on him? Is he? Because I know his mom kind of made an appearance in.
His mom already appeared in the MCU, and the little thing that we think Banner was wearing on his wrist during the She-Hulk series might be one of the things that Cho ends up using to control the gamma somehow. But I think we're still a long way from there until maybe the next Hulk movie.
Because don't I have a bunch of rights issues to clear up with that shit?
No, they've already taken care of it. This is the reason why the Incredible Hulk is now already on Disney Plus. The 15-year moratorium on the release is over.
It's on Disney Plus because the only thing I've been watching on Disney Plus lately is Secret Invasion and Bad Batch.
The Incredible Hulk is now on Disney Plus. And if you go to MCU timeline, it's in the original order and then the chronological order. So they have them in both
That's
orders. Now.
good to
They've
know.
added it to the lineup.
I haven't watched that shit in years.
So, and that was the whole holdup. It was just like the licensing with Fox. Like Fox owned the rights to these things, so Marvel was like, "Fuck it, we're not doing anything." And that's the same with the Hulk. They're like, "Oh, we can have Hulk appear in our movies, but we can't do a Hulk movie. Fine, put fucking Banner in everything as a cameo." That's what they did.
Yeah.
So they got Banner in multiple spots, and then now that he's able to make a movie, we'll see what happens.
Now, if we can get Disney Plus to finally get the Bill Bixby show on the freaking app, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, and that's actually why I like the intro to the new Incredible Hulk movie with Ed Norton, is because it has like the Bixby like science chair and stuff like that, like with the laser in his eye and everything like that. Like it's very like nostalgic, and I forgot all about that movie because I hadn't seen it in so long, and I own it. Like I
think I sold my last 3 copies on DVD, and I had to restock it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think DVD and Blu-ray. How many of those are we still buying? Does anybody still buy Blu-rays?
Hell yeah!
It's been a while since I bought a Blu-ray.
Streaming will do that to you, and that's actually the goal. Is the streaming was to get you to wean off of the
physical media,
and maintain the physical
Actually,
copy.
the last 3 comic book conventions I've been set up at, I've sold more physical media than in the last 3 months than I have in years.
Yeah, it's because we're all hoarders.
Well, I don't even remember the last physical game I bought, like since I bought a PlayStation 5, and I bought a disc version as well for it, and I still haven't bought a.
You've seen Switch games, what they look like now, right?
My brother has.
It's a little microchip.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like an oversized SD card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
What else? There was the Scar, right? He made his appearance in She-Hulk,
and that's where I think they're heading to. That's why I think they're heading to World War Hulk or some kind of War Hulk with all the Hulks, and then all of a sudden, with everything going on in Captain America, if there is Red Hulks and Banner's got to like depower these people, that's where Amadeus Cho might come into play. But he's still a good fucking 5 years away from any kind of movie appearance, if at all. Like, and you just have to watch to see what news is released about anything Hulk related movie project. Or are they going to screw us all and just give us another She-Hulk season?
It's going to be a spin-off of like Shang-Chi or something like that.
I can't believe they're trying to do a season 2 of that. But in the meantime,
they're doing a sequel for that.
That would be the perfect swerve.
Yeah. So his first appearance, World War Hulk, number 5 from 2009, 9.8s are going for 150 right now.
And they were, I think, at like 350 or 400 at the peak.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
so there is some value, but just not the same value that it was. Because once again, these are these forgotten soldiers that everybody gets really hyped up about, and then all of a sudden we forget about them.
Don't forget that Planet Hulk too, which was a selling darling for a while, and now it's cooled off.
Well, I mean, like how many memes were made from the appearance of Scar?
Oh no! It wasn't the Scar appearance. It was just everybody making fun of Marvel CGI.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Exactly. Well, I mean, like, but there was like that correlation too, right? That the books kind of took a nosedive as soon as that happened.
I'm pretty sure that had a little bit to do with how goofy he looked. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he definitely looked like a soy boy in a man bun. Shaved up on the sides. Like what?
He started the Edgar haircut. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like if it would have been cooler if he like crash landed on Earth and then him and his dad were fighting him and he'd been like, "It's my son, Scar."
Yeah.
But Mickey Mouse doesn't give us nice things anymore. The bastard.
Yeah, well.
Another Mickey Mouse property is Indiana Jones. It just came out last week. The Dial of Destiny. I saw it last week. Did any of you other guys see it?
I have not.
You have not. Okay. Nope. So I started talking about it last week, but I didn't want to spoil anything, but I can spoil it right now. It was good. Really, really good. Despite what people say about it. It was really good. It was really respectful of the past stuff. And though people are like, "Oh man, that thing was a really too big of a fucking jump. That's fucking ridiculous. Talk about fucking. So there is a time travel element to it. That's really what it is. It's chasing this thing. This tool by Archimedes, and that freaking thing leads to a time traveling freaking location where you can go through and travel. And they said, "Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. There's no way." Well, guess what happened? Guess what happened last week while people were saying that's fucking ridiculous? Nanograph came out with a study that says, yes, space time is possible, and we had the proof. And it goes through a black hole. And guess what was in freaking Indiana Jones? A big old fucking black hole.
Black hole, time travel.
Yep.
Did I wake up
Goddamn
in the Twilight Zone
multiverse
today? Time travel's real. We're gonna get the flying car.
Yeah.
No
flying cars because motherfuckers could barely drive fucking planes without.
I don't know, but the FAA approved stuff to allow the flying car to
Man, these
happen.
motherfuckers can barely drive wheelbarrows out here, man. We'll be giving them flying cars.
Well, I'm all ready for time travel. I got my sports almanac ready. So
I'm gonna go back to 1970. I'm gonna give my 1985 self the 52nd edition of the Overstreet Price Guide with a note.
You guys know I'm a TVA undercover, right? I'm about to prune this timeline.
I mean, that's why you always end your spec matrix with the Loki picture, right?
It all makes sense now. Okay.
Let's see what's in the comments. Why is that blanking out? Clark Griswold says he has not seen it, but he's sure it's fine. No, it's not just fine. It's good. I'm just
Look,
mean
if
by
you don't have a heart for Indiana Jones, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, if that wasn't like a big thing of your childhood, then this movie's probably not going to be for you. But if you were a Raiders kid and then you were a Temple of Doom kind of still kid and you watched somebody get his heart chopped out as a child, and then you got to deal with the Crystal Skull, which was
I saw Crystal Skull and I got mind raped, and I said never again.
I mean, who didn't roll down a ball down a flight of stairs and like try to outrun it, right?
But I mean, how many indie movies have there been? So there was Raiders, there's Temple of Doom. Was Crystal Skull the third one?
No, Crystal Skull was the fourth one.
Oh, the third one was the one with Sean Connery.
Yeah, the Lost Crusade. The Lost Crusades.
Lost Crusade, and then Crystal Skull, and then this one. So this is the fifth one?
Correct. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Good stuff. See, Tony Fix says hard, decent stuff, not too shabby box office, which is what is wrong with most of the summer blockbusters. At best, the movie is 4 out of 5 of the series. Lost Crusade, yeah.
So the Crystal Skulls from what I'm gathering.
Crystal Skull movie can kiss my fat blind ass.
Well, I'm surprised people even recognize that as a movie, you know.
Well, Shia LaBeouf said
it, so movie's better than the fucking Crystal Skull. I said it.
So before he started dropping acid or after?
Maybe both.
I think he was on acid during that movie, actually.
Okay, that would explain a lot then.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want to be on acid too, so I was like,
I'm supposed to act like Crystal Skull. I want acid, meth, whatever they had to give me.
Do you guys know the real Crystal Skulls though? They're actual things. Like people actually own them, and they vibrate at frequencies that are very mysterious.
I have
all crystals vibrate at
have a resonant frequency, correct?
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes that frequency can be matched, and the only thing is that usually if you match resonant frequencies, sometimes you can deteriorate an object. The only difference is when you match the frequency to the Crystal Skull, the item you match the frequency with deteriorates, not the skull. It's a little weird.
I do know in music, like a lot of people tune to 440 hertz, but if you actually tune to 432, it's supposed to be closer to the natural frequencies throughout the world. But because of the tuning fork, that's why it's always remained as 440 instead.
Somebody changed it on us as well.
Interesting.
A radio.
Then if you find a brown note in the gigahertz, you'll shit your pants.
Testify. Look, if I'm going to play the brown note on the show one week, it's going to be awesome.
Okay. Another one that's poised to come out. I don't think it's out yet. It's poised to come out within the next couple of weeks as Barbie, and people have been loving the look. They've been loving what they've been seeing in the trailers so far. They've been loving this. Therefore, Paramount, Mattel has said, all right, we're going to greenlight a whole bunch of stuff. Some of the stuff has already been greenlit, but they're like, hey, we're going to go into the freaking deep into the box and greenlight a lot more freaking stuff. Part of that is American Girl, Barney, Magic 8 Ball, Uno. Yeah, a movie for a project for Uno has already been announced.
But this isn't the important one yet. I don't see the important one up there, and I want to stress to everybody.
Masters of the Universe.
There you go.
He-Man. Okay.
Yep. He-Man. Specifically,
He-Man.
They are targeting a He-Man project because of Mattel and their involvement with the figures.
See, they've been
projects do we need, man?
Yeah, but they're gonna do a little bit more campy of a project than the He-Man crowd would probably want. And what do I mean by that? Well, imagine, if you will, a scenario where Barbie herself is a toy and is in a scenario movie where the toys are adapted into real life somehow. Well, take that same toy scenario and adapt it into real life somehow for He-Man toys, and they're crazy, some of the things that made the toys great, like the slime and like the Ram Man jumping and Fisto having that huge fist for whatever he did. All the different tropes. That's, I think, what we're going to see. And it's not going to be great. It's not going to be like a serious He-Man movie.
So it's going to make the Dolph Lundgren movie from the 80s look good, is what you're fucking saying?
It's going to make the Dolph Lundgren movie from the 80s look like Star Wars 1, 2, and 3 compared to, I don't know, man. Like, I just think they're going to do it super cartoonish. And if they do it super cartoonish, they're going to do it that way just because they're mimicking the toys. They're wanting the toy to be the center of the attention, not the story.
Oh, so it's the idea to sell more of this merchandising, or like the relaunching
Come
of
on,
like,
man. You know how the evil corporate overlords are. They want to control you.
Well, it's Mattel too, so like it wouldn't surprise me that like, hey, our numbers are down. We need a way to pump these numbers up, right?
No way. All right. So Comics and Sneaker says need a protest for a Centurion's Power Extreme and Visionaries movie. I don't think those two are part of that. Like, I'm in a Centurions collectors group on Facebook. Like, don't come at me like this. I love that 80s shit. So I don't know who owns the rights to that stuff, man, to be able to make a movie. But that would be pretty cool. But Hasbro,
under the Paramount banner?
Hasbro owns the rights to Visionaries because they were the ones that were throwing it in there in that previous IDW shared universe.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, again, now who has the Centurions copyright?
That could be IDW as well.
No. I mean, like, as far as like who owns the rights to all the Centurions and being able to move forward with any kind of Centurions project. Because, man, exosuits that can let you go into space, into air, into water, into underground, like that was like some of the best shit ever, man. And they only made it for like one season.
I really just hope the Magic 8 Ball is like a drug smuggling movie of some sort.
What Aaron said.
Or it's going to be like that one movie with you ever seen it, the tire?
Oh, yeah. Rubber, right?
Rubber, yeah, rubber just rolling around killing people.
Yeah.
It'll be a Magic 8 Ball just rolling behind people, and it'll stop, it'll show them what the thing says, and then it'll squish them.
For the makers of rubber brings you Magic 8 Ball.
Right. So there was the Battleships movie, which was absolute crap. But then there was actually a pretty good one. I think it was called Rat Trap. Is that the name of the game? Rat Trap?
Yep.
No,
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. Right. Mousetrap. That one was a really good one, but it was a mystery type movie. And then what was the other one that just came out? Hide and Seek. That one was actually really good, and it was done as a horror movie, where people were chasing people all over the freaking house. It was really, really good. So Yeah, so there is some precedence for them able to actually get their shit to freaking together and actually put out some quality freaking content lately. Jane says Centurion the Mask. I get them both confused. Okay. But yeah, so I think I see Barney up there. I think they missed the boat on Barney because the kids that were really hype on Barney, they're really older now. They're like in their 30s and 40s. They're not in
Yeah,
that
they don't care. They're
nostalgia
going
type
after a
frame.
new set.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
targeting the little kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they missed the boat on Thomas and Friends as well. They may need to wait 20 years on that. I think they need to wait 20 years on Thomas and Friends and Barney to do something like that.
Wait, was Thomas the train?
Yeah,
Yes. Mhm.
Thomas the Tank, bro.
Yep. Hot Wheels, that's Eternal. I think they can do something like that, but
Yeah.
no.
Have you guys ever seen? So on YouTube, there's a Hot Wheels channel. Did you know that?
I did
Really?
No,
not know
did
that.
not.
There's a Hot Wheels channel on YouTube. My son, when he was real little, would watch the Hot Wheels cars. The two guys, there's like little characters and shit that they give personality to, and like they do stop motion fucking film of Hot Wheels cars, and it's on 24 fucking 7.
Nice.
I'll check it out.
So I can see what they would do with the Hot Wheels thing too. It would be basically that. Tell a story, save the city. And my kid's got that, like, we spoiled the shit out of him when he was like real little. We got him that humongous parking garage with the gorilla that slides up and down on the side of it and everything like that from Hot
That
Wheels.
thing's awesome.
Stores like 200 cars. It's
Yep.
the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But he was the most happy kid on Christmas Day. So that made me feel like the best dad ever. But it was pretty awesome. So the kid was into that stuff for a while. He doesn't play with the Hot Wheels as much, but I have a feeling that you're right. Hot Wheels is timeless. That's one of the properties on there besides Masters of the Universe that there's a lot of people that would wait a million years for that stuff. But what's Matt Mason? I don't even know some of these things, but
Yeah, let's see. I know Chatty Cathy. I know Polly Pocket. Those are girl stuff. American Girl. Never heard of Angelina Ballerina. I've heard of Pingu. Viewmaster. I'm not sure what that's all
Oh
about.
my god!
the
they're really
Viewmaster
good
is
fucking
the
Viewmaster
things
movies.
that used to have the little clicky with the dial,
Hell yeah,
wow.
white paper with film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you would take the
Yeah.
Viewmaster, you would stick in this
We stick
cartridge,
the little piece of cardboard.
and it would have like the little orange lever on the side, and you hit the
Yep.
lever, and it would rotate the the card thing with all the little
with all the little
Do you-
pictures. It was the coolest thing ever when I was a kid.
Do you remember when car dealers got all the extra ones from those, repainted them, and started previewing cars in that?
Really?
Like
No.
this is like in the 90s or something like that. And then so yeah, because like my uncle owns a body shop, and then so he would come to Houston anytime there was an auto show, like for the next year's car, so he would know what's going out. And part of the free swag, they had one of those viewers
nice
things, yeah, and it was like I forget which company it was. I think it was either Lexus or Infinity that had it, and then they were previewing the car, so you saw all the interior pictures instead of getting like a catalog. So I thought it was really funny that they did that.
Nice. Okay. Who was that? Said Clark Griswold was asking about video game movies. Well, I mean, Mortal Kombat. That was the one that's got some projects coming up, and it's got a new game coming up. I can't think of any other ones other than Mario Brothers. There was a rumor about Legends of Zelda, but that's been canked right now.
Yeah, because of the writer's strike, but that's going to be more, according to what I've saw, is going to be just the same way that Mario is done, so that animation style.
Yeah.
So don't think it's going to be a
Yeah.
live action one. It's going to be somebody
Animated.
voicing Link, just like Chris Pratt voiced Mario.
Right. So yeah. So if I were y'all, I would anticipate seeing a lot more anime stuff. Right.
Oh yeah,
In fact,
DC anime. You see that?
Yeah, DC. Because in fact, I've been talking about this for a while. DC
Can't do
says,
comics worth of shit, but boy,
Yeah,
they get fucking
yeah.
animation right.
yeah, DC was like, yeah, y'all go ahead and do this. We're gonna be crappy about that, but they've been seeing some good returns on doing more cartoons, but in a anime type style. In fact, I was just watching this this morning on the was that the Cartoon Network, a Superman freaking cartoon, but it was in an anime style.
Was that the new one that just came out? The Adventures of My Adventures with Superman?
I have no clue. It was a young Superman, and he had just arrived the first day at freaking at the Daily Planet and everything, and he's getting to meet freaking old girl and everything. The problem is that by the second episode, they're already in fucking love already. That's not how you do freaking anime. You
He's
gotta.
already in love with Lois
you-
Lane with that
you-
sweet.
we're-
That
yeah,
sweet
we're supposed
contact.
yeah we're supposed to go like 2 or 3 seasons of them just making googly eyes out of each other, but never touching each other. Man.
And then
Can't be
after
doing
season
that.
3,
Oh,
he
I
gets a
for-
sweet poontang pie.
Yeah,
I forgot
otherwise,
about the Last of Us too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I
another.
was just reading comments.
See, you guys are all worried about if they're going to make your video game movie. They've already made my video game movie, so I'm good.
What's
Final
that
Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Mm.
If you know what that is.
Well, you also got to remember Dungeons and Dragons also did really well, right?
I still
So
have to see that.
I have to see it as well.
it's worth it, right? You know,
It's on Paramount.
yeah.
After I finish Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, I'll watch that.
I still can't get over the fact there's new episodes.
Those new episodes they are the greatest thing in all of animation right now.
What's up, Ferd?
They Beavis and Butthead, they made it look timeless. The voicing's great. And they make fun of everything. They take
Hey, what's going on, Remo?
What up? Back in effect.
All right. So yeah, we were just talking about all the new projects that's coming out from Mattel. I think we're done with that. The other stuff that might have an impact on what's going to go on for us is Facebook or Meta, excuse me. They decided that they were going to come up with their own version of Twitter called Threads, and people are freaking out, right? They're like, "Oh, that's just a freaking copy," and other ones like, "Yeah, it's about freaking time," because there's been all types of, especially they don't like the fact that of who owns it right now, so they're like, "Okay, let's try this right now." Let me in the chat if you guys can let me know. Have you guys already switched over? Is there any utility in going over and switching over? Because I don't know. I thought that's what Instagram was supposed to be about, right? I don't know.
There is a download, and it links to your Instagram account. And if you get banned on Threads, you also get your Instagram account nuked.
God damn it!
Yes, no more of your adult type freaking content, Adam.
I know I'll double down. That's what I'll do.
So I was able to remove it from my IG account once I found out what I was doing, but it also monitors your web browsing and does all sorts of other like shady shit that Facebook does. So
Sounds
all the
about right.
bullshit that Facebook
for all
does.
of you guys who got off of Facebook to get away from there, but just farming your data, well, welcome back. Because
it's all one company now at this point.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Quickly, some greens for you. Crashdown number 1. There's another whatnot property has been rescheduled to October because they want to put more meat to it and add more issues to it. And of course,
go back.
Mhm. Yep.
That says by Comic Tom.
Yep.
Nope.
Is it the same guy?
Yep.
He's definitely...
and why do we care about this thing being pushed back until October? It's July. It ain't that's fucking far as fuck from FOC, bro. Like, why is this news?
This is just something that arrives in my box, and it's something that's sent to retailers, so I gotta let people know.
That explains something.
So wait, how many people does he have to have writing this? Because I know it's not just him.
Actually, I know for a fact he's right.
Does that really say 2 writers?
Comic Tom Garcia and Fire Guy Ryan Sargent.
Yep. That's his co-host on the show.
Yeah, it's co-host.
Yeah, the last thing I heard from him was like he was like getting interior art redone.
Yeah, looks like Ben
because,
Temple Smith, who usually works for Source. Is it Source? No, Scout.
Does it really say that comic book journalist, Comic Tom, and Ryan Fire Guy, they're journalists?
They got credentials, so they qualify. Yeah, they're not like international journalists.
That's like calling an OnlyFans model an actress. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, unless
he's model. He's a YouTube personality.
Hey, but let's see. Hey, let's give it a chance. If it works, then you'll see.
If
you can put my shit up.
Give it a fair chance because
that's something that I've always had in my description of my videos is comic book journalism, because I'm just recording actual goings ons, not hyping up my own shit. But okay, yeah. Move the slide. Next slide.
Next slide.
It's the same. Yeah, same shit. Freaking. I was just looking at the covers. I was like, these motherfuckers must listen to this fucking podcast, because look at all the goddamn tentacles and bondage and shit, man.
I mean, I know that your tentacles are your thing, Lucas, but the crash down right there is a ripoff of Metroid, the one right underneath the Mac.
Yep.
You
got a Star Trek homage right there.
Are you sure it's Star Trek?
Is
that screen?
Is this going through Massive Publishing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. So Massive is whatnot for everybody in the chat not knowing, but.
Yep.
There are OnlyFans wannabe. I said it.
Yeah. So Ultra, did you get a chance to read Thor number 35 yet?
No, I haven't read it yet, but I realized that Hella right there is holding on to that wonderful gem that we've been chasing for a long time.
Yeah. So spoilers. The glove is not inside this issue. However, that stone is, but it was revealed that the stone is actually her. Her grandfather was trying to do this weird ritual in order to build the stone, and instead of getting the stone, she popped out. So, so that's what's going on. So that glove thing that Thanos has and everything, that has something to do with her. So
and this is where it's starting to get weird with her, just like it got weird in that Guardians of the Galaxy volume after Donny Cates, with the Star Fox being reborn Thanos kissing on Death right here, or Hela, who they like merged with Death into some same being. I'm a little bit lost right now, but I'll catch back up.
There's a lot of incest in Marvel Cosmo.
So is this what happens when you don't get stoned?
Yeah. Don't forget, it's not just Marvel. It's because they're building off of Norse mythology, so they're building off of what they found in that stuff, and that's just there. And don't forget, Greek mythology has a lot of incest. Roman mythology's got
yeah.
So, hey,
no,
in Rome. All right, so the. You're gonna make people
say endorsed incest.
Hey, you're gonna make people unsubscribe from Project Pegasus, man.
The numbers are up right now, so
numbers are up.
Wait to Project Pegasus too, Lucas.
All right, so right now, this past week, Marvel actually announced the whole Mary Jane is going to get her own suit, and she's going to start calling herself Jackpot right now. So this is kind of derived from this whole storyline where she and Peter, they got trapped in this other universe along with this chaos god that was trying to freaking kill her. And then while she was there, because Peter got thrown back into normal 616, while she was there, she actually hooked up with this guy called Paul Rabin. While they were there, he built her this freaking thing, and with it she was actually able to, she's had powers, but it's not as a way she was able to control. And we've been seeing this coming for a while. And some of the issues, like in 2022 through 2023, it was already inklings that something like this might happen, where she's talking about, hey, she already knew that she was able to do stuff. She's like, well, the guy was like, hey, in this one issue, was like, hey, how are you going to freaking know what I'm going to freaking do? She's like, well, magic, second powers, mutant abilities, take your pick, right? Which is kind of what the jackpot thing is. And that was before it was revealed that she actually had the ability to do that stuff. And this particular issue, if you look at this little bracelet that she's got right there, that's actually the hand that actually has the little magical bracelet that the dude was able to freaking build. So once again, even before they revealed that this was a thing, they were inclined towards it. And then this is what it actually looks like when it gets initiated. This is another issue. We started getting the big inkling back in Mary Jane and Black Cat number one, just in the Beyond stuff. It was also
that was the one shot, and then there's the second volume of Mary Jane and Black Cat, which
Dark
she
Web.
actually has the powers in the first issue.
Right, Dark Web.
So that was her first appearance with powers, and that freaked everybody out. So this is what I don't get. They show her with her first appearance with powers. This is just her first appearance with a suit.
Yes, right. So this one was the 1 in 50 by Adam Hughes. This one was the 1 in 200 of that one, I believe. Yep. And then this one was the first one on the cover where they actually have a good look at the little bracelet right there with 777. That 777 is definitely significant because there was actually another character called Jackpot, and her thing was 777. Here's another good look at it from the Beyond stuff with Mary Jane and Black Cat. I think this was like issue number 3.
The Dark Web series is the one that you want. The Dark Web number 1.
And
that
even
one.
even before they came out, even before that issue came out, there was a poster where if you look really carefully, there's like a little hologram of the 777 or the 77 whatever that determines what power she gets.
Oh, you know what else? There's also a Jeff Scott Campbell recolor and Virgin of that image right there.
Really?
Different color background, and then the Virgin. Mm-hmm.
It says these new Spider-Man comics are terrible. Well, tell you what, man, freaking
better than DC.
Yeah. And of course, this
was like worse than Scarlet Witch, man. Like, remember how they did Scarlet Witch?
Yeah, this is crazy because
way fucking worse than Scarlet Witch.
Exactly, because you had that first issue of the arc. You got these 2 kids that show up. You've got the new husband, Paul Rabin, that's all showing up, and of course you got her bracelets on her arm, but they're on the wrong arm for some fucking reason. But yeah, that was. I'm trying to see if you turn around. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up, but yeah, freaking. So that was also something that happened in that issue. Also in that issue was her. That was her in the Spider-Man costume, which of course doesn't really have any relevance right now. But the big variant for that one, the one where we start to get an inkling, and that started that actual arc, was this one, the Amazing Spider-Man number 1, that rose beige, that 1 in 500. That's out there. It dropped way down. I think Mel was selling one during one of the sales for like $85, maybe like $100 or something like that. For a 1 in 500, that cost retailers like $1,000 to freaking get. So yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that's what I got, man. Like, I see a lot of people in the chat like, who gives a fuck about Spider-Man right now? Like, yeah, I get it, but they're still trying to keep it fresh. They're still trying to add new characters to the universe. And the Jackpot feature is not something that's new. They've had that Jackpot character for a while, but this is the first time that they've actually gave Mary Jane a actual costume for it. In fact, for a while, Peter Parker actually thought that Mary Jane was Jackpot because of Jackpot kept saying, the actual character Jackpot kept saying Jackpot, 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 and he remembered that the first time he ever met Mary Jane, she says, Jackpot. Oh, Tiger, you've just hit the jackpot.
You hit the jackpot.
Yeah. So that was my my bullshit spiel of the day. All right, so it's what else we got? So once again, here we go with some Terra Peak search, or actually, we'll keep going and then we'll take a little break in a little bit. So for the Terra Peak search, this is for pre-sales. I swear to God, this one really came out of nowhere. This literally came out of nowhere. I'm glad I freaking brought up a live feed. This one right here, the Vampirella Dracula Rage #2 cover E cosplay. It's got to be within the last 2 to 3 days that this one just freaking came out of nowhere. So this one is selling really well. This is an
I
open
wonder
order.
why.
Stick it up, fuck it.
You got straight yams
All
on the
that-
cover. I mean,
Holy tits, Batman.
Walking around here all that ass on a Tuesday
I'm
morning.
a betting man.
Back me
There's
to
a
the
cold one over there. It's like, boy, I'll use that cover up.
Can I see who the cosplayer is? Because I want to book her.
It is. I don't know. It doesn't say who she is.
Definitely,
It
she
just-
definitely has some assets available.
Testify.
Now, this one is not a pre-sale. This one has already came out. That Extreme Venomverse #4, the Leno U cover A. That's the one with I forget what her name is, and the rest of the other characters in there. That one's actually been doing pretty well. I actually freaking sold out of all of mine. Then the Amazing Spider-Man #29. That one is actually doing pretty well. This one is not even on FOC yet. Spider-Gwen Annual #1, that Jin Hung Lee. That's
Oh, I
one of
love that
her.
cover.
You know,
That's one of her putting over slips.
Yeah, because there's like a 1/100 version of that.
there is one.
What color is that?
Okay.
But this is
definitely-
Spider-Gwen Annual #1, the Ji Hung Lee
Is
cover.
that the one with her dressed as Daisy Duck?
No.
She was a ballerina.
All right.
Yeah.
It's that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Putting on some ballerina shoes.
Okay.
Yeah. If y'all need copies, we can definitely get with me. I think because I'm getting I think it's a 1 of 300. Is it a 1 of 200, 1 of 300?
1/100.
1 of 100. Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that one. So if y'all need the open order one, definitely if you can get with me, I can definitely get y'all a really good
All right.
price. I'll beat everybody.
Um,
Amazing Spider-Man #32, the What If. That's the one that you were talking about, Adam. The one as Spider-Gwen dressed as Daisy Duck.
yeah, I confused them. Sorry about that.
Red Goblin #6. It's another Eniac Lee, I believe. Or is it Crane? I forget who it is.
That's also a great read.
And then the Mega Man #3, that Facsimile by DC. That's that first appearance of Lobo.
So don't they usually do like facsimiles when they're hinting on,
Something
like,
coming out.
something coming out or expanding on the character some more or something like that?
Right. Usually they do, but now we've got the Hulk 181 stuff. We've got
Oh yeah.
freaking-
Spidey
That's-
300.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 300. Yeah, man, we got all.
Yeah,
they're just
but
better.
this isn't the first time they've done the Hulk 180 and 181, like within the last like 3 years.
Yeah, there's also another giant size X-Men facsimile coming out in the near future as well.
Yeah, but aren't the Marvel ones those getting like the foil treatment to it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Many
actually
comic-
surprised that DC didn't do another blank for a Mega
Everybody's
Man
gonna have a
3.
foil reprint of every key here soon. So
Yeah.
what's the point of buying the original, right? Well, you can get a nice shiny foil one.
Man in the Comic Collector says that he went to his LCS today and that the Extreme Venomverse #4 went in 25 was still on the rack. They went at $125. Well, from those eBay prices I've seen, and I haven't actually didn't check today, they were going for 150, 180. So depending on what the eBay prices are, they may be a good price.
Someone just thinks the juice isn't worth the squeeze there. They don't want to
Well-
squeeze it for their personal collection. And they don't want to flip it either. So
I mean, but how many times has Manny scored big at his LCS
a
too?
lot.
Yeah. So for them to tax on one book, like I don't think that's like too big of a thing.
Then Larry Joe says that the Vampirella cosplayer, she goes by Faces by Rachel or Rachie, and that he actually met her at a con once.
Faces by Rachel or Rachie. 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 Faces by
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna look her up.
And then to round out that freaking pre-sale joint is Wonder Woman #1, that cover B by Stanley Art Germ, cardstock.
I just wait for the con version of a foil.
So, and I'm not even going to worry about bringing
But
up
this is
any
Night
of the.
Terrors, right? Or is this post Night Terrors? They're going to do number 1?
Yeah, they ended the previous time with 800, and they're doing what they did with the Flash for some stupid fucking reason. And we're getting a new number 1.
And they shelved Yara Floor again.
Yep.
What?
Now we got Lizzie Prince.
All right, so right now we're going to take a little bit of a break so I can freaking go get me some alcohol, and then we'll be. Oh, I guess he needs the long break. It's yeah, let's take a long break, and then we'll be right back after that, fresh or drunk as we want to be. All right, out.
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our snack bar chock full of good things to eat and drink. Tasty, tempting hot dogs, thirst-quenching soft drinks, fresh, crunchy popcorn, a complete assortment of delicious candy, and a full line of cigarettes. You've plenty of time, so visit the snack bar now. A tasty treat will double your enjoyment of the show. For your convenience, we shall keep you informed of the remaining intermission time, 3 minutes before the next show starts.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big Time, Butternut, Milkshake, Payday. Topped with Hollywood's super rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
All right. Freaking.
He called Butternut.
Did you say butternut? What?
Right, that's what they said. That one of the candy bars' name was in the thing I was watching.
Yes, they did. It was also the name of the horse in Half Baked.
All right.
You know, the one that died and got thrown in jail.
Okay.
Movie trivia for you, everybody. Just making my little mixture of ginger ale and gin, and we'll be right. Yeah. All right.
Put the ginger ale. You put the gin in the ginger ale.
Let's see. Okay, where we at? Present.
I couldn't hit the mute button fast enough. I tried.
Where are we at? Here we go. All right. The one last little thing before we start talking about FOC stuff is I've been talking about ElfQuest for a little bit, like because I've seen the numbers and finally Cover Price actually picked up on it. They didn't pick up on the Marvel one that I was seeing the numbers. In fact, this is the first week in like 3 weeks that I actually didn't see it in like anywhere in the top. But they did pick up on this one over here because of the rise in the value of this one. This was like the ElfQuest issue number 1 Warp Graphics issue from 1978, which was the actual first appearance.
Yeah.
Which is once again, I don't understand why people are rushing to this. Like somebody's had to have heard something.
And
just
and
don't
look,
know.
the recorded sale is only up 0.5% from where it's been, and the last recorded 9/8 sale is still something to behold because it's just it's nothing that it's nothing that comes up. There's a book like you said from the 70s, man. You don't see this, but this was a book that was spec'd on by speculators of the 80s because there was rumors of shit going on with ElfQuest and it being turned into something. Have we finally gotten somebody who loves the property enough with enough money to like finally like do something with it?
Or could it be also the idea of having it something competitive against Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, you might be onto something.
That would
there.
be.
But that would just be one of the reasons why they would try to rush development of a property and try to get it put someplace and get it, So I don't know what's going on. If we haven't seen any moving on like the rights to ElfQuest being optioned for a studio somewhere, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I was at like a Barnes and Nobles on Saturday, and I saw a whole bunch of the trades or the omnibus.
Right. Well, that's because it's supposed to be its 45th anniversary, and they were trying to make a big hoodoo about it and everything. But
yeah, because once it hits 50 years, it's public domain. Anybody can look at so that's really why I think that they're doing all this right now.
Oh, to try to push it through before it hits that 50th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like a one last push, and then it gets picked up, and then they can keep it, or what?
Well, it's kind of like so the Conan stuff. So the Conan, the Sumerian, and like that like storytelling can be told by anybody because he's now part of the public domain.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. So once a property goes into the public domain, anybody can make stories about it. This is one of the reasons why DC, is having trouble with, Superman, and they're trying to change who Superman is so that they can retain the rights to Superman.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense, but I don't know. Should I pick up another copy of this one? I don't know.
I mean, if you got a 9.8, yeah.
But is this from? Yeah, this is from 1978. Though, I mean.
78. Yeah. And it's black and white, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But so, what price point do you?
Yeah,
like what price point do you try to sell it though? If you're buying in
buying in that high, it's like you almost have to keep it and like let it gain some type of money. I mean, you're not gonna flip it for $10. Like
this may be one of those things where it's like there's not enough 9.8s actually out there.
Yeah.
That last 9.8 sale at $13.50. If this is a property that blows up like Dungeons and Dragons somehow, that could be off by a comma.
It's over. It's 50 years old. I mean, do you really think it's gonna blow up again? Like this is about all.
I think if you had the right people behind it,
it all depends what you do with the property, right?
I could see it blowing up one more time.
Give it to the right movie studio with the right director, with the right producer, with the right cast and crew.
And then you also get a new book behind it.
All of a sudden, oh my god, ElfQuest, bro! I've been into it since I was -1, man.
So what I will say is, ignore me on this book. Don't buy this book at all. I'm just bringing it up that these are numbers that are really weird to me, and I can't quantify what in the fuck is going on with this. Especially like because these guys are paying attention to this because of the price change, but the quantities that I'm seeing on this book plus the Marvel book were just like mind blowing, which makes me think that something is going on that people are aware of that you're just not talking
Has
about.
anybody checked those people who are called the usual suspects? Because I hear those guys are doing all the market manipulating. Whoever they are.
Not saying any names.
It's important to get the dollar price cover too. Thanks, High Voltage Mark.
Oh yeah, that signifies what, the first print.
Yes,
but that's what I mean. Like this thing has been around for 50 years. Like,
smells like bone.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna spike again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the people who are into it are into it. Like,
but you guys see
50%
the only reason
more. Like, that's crazy.
The only reason I'm even on to these things is because I remember the people who were like, "Oh man, the '80s were fucking weird, man. People were specking on black and white books, and black and white fucking comics were like supposed to like overtake color comic books." And for a while there, guess what? It was the different stores and the different shows and people buying each other's black and white books, and they were incestuously selling the same books to each other over and over and over again, and then the market went bust. So it was like that was the first speculator boom that I knew of that went belly up because of bad information. So all of those black and white books, to me, whenever they would come into the store, I'd be like, I think they're dollar bin fodder. So like, do you want me to put them in there? Oh man, price up the Elf Quest. Okay, I'll price up the Elf Quest. The rest of this shit's going in the dollar bin. So that's where
Elf Quest is now $5.
The bag and board, yeah, at least.
For every good black and white comic there was like 3 other ones that sucked.
So terrible.
Yeah.
There's a few of the old ones I used to buy when I was a kid, and I've been looking for. I got my eye on them. I got to get them first before. Some of those books were fucking. I know the print runs were low on those. Those were as independent as fuck as you could get. Like,
and that's what it was back then. It wasn't really variants. It was just low print black and white, man. Holy shit!
Somebody getting chopped the fuck up or shot up or whatever. They just couldn't put it in mainstream comics. It was on some
no comics code authority over here. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, people getting ran through in the alleyways and all that. Yeah, they're showing all that in those books. That's why if people ever read like the Turtles, like some of the stuff they encountered on their vigilante runs, like you know what I mean, like
that's so true. Like the black and white Turtles stories.
Wasn't Saturday morning cartoons, man. That's what I read those books as a kid, so I know those things were fucking. And people think that they're all like funny inside. They're not. Those first 30 issues, 20 issues. Those things.
At least the first 15.
Yeah, they were brutal. That was why I was into them shits. I was like, oh, this is fucking off the hook. Like,
there's a reason why it was in black and white, right?
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like those print runs are so low. Like there's other books that came out around the same time that were not as like propped up. Those are the books that are like the ones you find and or you remember and you go search for them, and those become the books that are the ones that are going to be sought after.
Getting a ton of love, but I'd like to see Grendel and Mage get a little bit more love than what they normally do.
Yeah. I remember Mage was like fucking the shit. The shit.
Yep. All right, here we go with some hidden gems from Adam.
Awesome Sauce Radio, Blind Adam. If you guys can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, I would appreciate that. I'm trying to get up to 500 finally. But yeah, I'm doing some convention prep, and I was finding some cool stuff, and just wanted to share it with Sam.
Okay. So in no particular order, Adam, just wanted to make sure you understood. It's not going to go down your list.
Yep.
You said a Lobo and...
Lobo, Road Runner, and Wile E. Coyote #1 by Bill Morrison.
It looks pretty cool. I've never seen this one before.
Yeah, Bill Morrison is famous for being the artist on The Simpsons and all the bongo stuff. And I just thought this was cool.
Okay.
That looks like a Beasley cover, though.
I don't know. This is
maybe he did like interiors or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I had the wrong one.
Lobo actually beating the shit out of the Roadrunner, which I'm all for.
Okay, so that means I got the wrong cover then. But let's keep it going. Let's see if I can find that one. The Batman and Robin movie adaptation.
I finally watched The Flash, and I liked the cameo at the end. I thought it was fun. I laughed my ass off when I saw George Clooney pop out. And I wound up buying 2 copies of this just for shits and giggles.
Really?
Not giggles and shits.
Were you really just hoping for
Batman and Robin is still a fun movie. I don't care what people say.
Or were you just really hoping for bat nipples?
Oh, it didn't have to be on a chick, bro.
The next one is. I don't know why this popped up 2 times. The San Diego Comic-Con program guide.
1998. This is just specifically for the Alex Ross Superman cover.
That's pretty sick, actually, Adam. Nice work.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that in a world where things like Amazing Heroes and preview appearances and DC Direct Currents and Marvel Ages get love. I think there's an untapped market with convention programs.
No, bro, let me tell you something. There is, if you're in enough collectors groups, when you have people who are like in, like, let's say an artist exclusive collectors group, like a Jeff Scott Campbell collectors group, you find out that he does like programs for fucking like conventions that have like 150 copies.
Yeah.
And people get those graded, and it's got a Jeff Scott Campbell drawing on it.
Oh yeah, like some of the older San Diego like programs from the 90s are dirt cheap, and they have great artwork.
And try finding one of those in a 9.8. Let's just be honest. An old program that was probably carried around the convention the entire time.
They got trashed.
These are cool, and I think that a high grade Alex Ross graded Comic-Con International fucking program guide, if that is something that they will grade, I think that would look amazing. And there's a lot of rare art and rare production pieces by some of our favorite artists that are probably going to be on small print things just like this that are outside of the regular comic book realm. Magazine covers, program covers, flyers, comic shop newses, all the different things that people are really starting to look at just because they're like, oh, I must have everything by this artist. Or this is my favorite artist. I like these things by this artist. I want this stuff by this artist.
I know. I actually have a couple of these in a box that I can't find at the moment.
Well, and don't forget to look at the back covers as well.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. But that's sick. That's really, really good.
Yeah. Here is the Lobo Roadrunner cover that was actually by Bill Morrison. Kind of cartoonish. Like I said,
he's a Simpsons artist. Normally, he does does some Archie stuff. But I really dig this cover, and it's one of those DC Warner Brother books, which need more love.
Yeah. Let's see. The Overstreet's Fan October 1995 cover.
This previews the first appearance of Admiral Thrawn.
Case in point, one of those.
Yeah, but I put this on there for completionists as I was looking for things to get signed at a couple of conventions I'm going to in the next couple of weeks. So I was like, I wanted a couple copies of this for Fan Expo Boston. And I'm actually surprised that this is the only issue of Overstreet Fan that actually goes for any real money.
And then you got the Time magazine for Bart Simpson 1990.
This is an early Bart Simpson cover on a magazine. I'm trying to figure out what the first, published image of Bart Simpson is, and this may be maybe in the top 3 or 4. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to do some research.
There's probably a TV guide that'll predate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Because I know there's a Rolling Stone, but it didn't give an actual date the way this does.
No, I remember when this show came out, and as much of it as it was, I also remember watching the shorts on Tracy Ullman.
Blue Green Artifacts knows of a book or magazine that has like the whole family on like a corner. I forgot the title of the magazine. But check out his IG.
Yeah, well, man. Actually, I think I follow him anyway, so.
All right, Star Wars number 32 to start Jar Jar Binks action figure cover.
It's Jar Jar Binks. Enough said. Action figure Jar Jar Binks is the baddest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Yep.
Yo, fuck with Dark Jar Jar.
Yep. And I believe you mentioned backstage that you were going to interview the actor.
Actually, I'm going to be at a convention tomorrow and a little bit of Sunday where Emma Best is one of the guests. And I have a friend who runs the convention who's going to try to hook me up with a 3 to 4 question interview with him. And I'm going to get some stuff stopped.
All right. So pay attention to Comic Crusaders and the Awesome Sauce Radio for what's going to go down with that. Star Wars Tales number 3, Jar Jar Binks.
For the same reason, it's Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks is the reason the Emperor became the Emperor. He banged Padmé. I seen him. He used the Force and shoved it down her throat. Bing, bing, bing. Using the Force style. Testify.
I think you watched the wrong Star Wars film.
Can't
Remo, you're muted.
And we got a reply from the chat. Heroes Reborn.
I missed that part.
Animation Magazine number 1 from '87. Adam.
What? Heroes what?
Animation.
Okay, thank you. Heroes Reborn.
Yeah. Heroes Reborn Comics says Animation Magazine number 1 from 1987 for that Simpsons family cover appearance.
Thank you.
87.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was Tracy Ullman time, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. That would have been like probably what right after or right before.
It may have been like within the first year.
It was like literally like little snippets between right before it went to commercial, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was when Fox was on fire. They had A Living Color, Gary Oldman Show, Tracy Ullman,
Married with Children.
Married with Children. They were on fire, and they just started doing other stuff, man. So I think that was the last one, I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay, so thank you once again to Adam for hitting gems.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring this back every other week while I'm in convention season. Because I also bought a collection I'm starting a process and finding some cool shit in as well.
Yep. You're more than welcome to, man. Just as long as you keep the porn to a freaking minimum. And thank you for that.
I thought it was well behaved.
No.
I can't help it if Jar Jar Binks is the baddest dude in all the galaxy you got with Padmé and turned Anakin evil.
And you need to turn on more channels than Owlplex, man, and that freaking special adult freaking version of that shit, man. But you know what?
I was told when I asked about Owlplex and porn, I was told to go fuck myself.
What?
I missed it.
But you know what? So I'm surprised that with everybody talking. So there's the Dark Droid series that Star Wars has coming up. I'm surprised they didn't do the Dark Jar Jar Binks, the Dark Wookiees, and the Dark freaking what do you call it? Those little things. Are they called Wookiees? No, they're not called Wookiees. The little.
There's always Star Wars Visions season 3, right?
Say what?
That Star Wars Vision show, isn't that the one where it's like a whole bunch of like animation and like other people, interpreting Star Wars stories? Well, maybe we can see an animated Jar Jar going Breaking Bad and becoming fucking Sith Lord over there.
That's the way it's supposed to go, right? If you can get isolated from your community.
But what if he's just so bipolar that he forgets that he's a Sith Lord and goes back to being good Jar Jar again.
I can see that.
That's the story I want to see.
Misa works it out.
Or if he becomes a gray Jedi or something like that.
he gets all the evil out of him. He's like, oh, okay, Misa good.
I have to work the evil out.
No, but I'm my best. I'm glad that you're gonna be able to see him and.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Contrapolis, New Jersey's got a cool lineup, so I'm really happy.
Parker Rizzo is suggesting, Blind Adam, that you get a new hobby.
And I'm also suggesting you also talk to him more
so
about.
I'll bang 2 midget hookers in the night and start drinking more.
Hey, you're not allowed to use that M word, man.
Oh, look, I got a Gungan right here.
I mean, little person. So that's more politically correct.
Oh no, you show the Gungan.
Yeah.
I got a crap ton of them back there.
All right, now it's time to get into some of this FOC.
Yeah, please, because due to me being under the weather, chances of me doing an FOC show tomorrow or Sunday. So let's. I directed everybody from the Only the Rarest thread to here. So let's show them what's on FOC.
Yep, and just so you guys know, my cutoff was 5 o'clock. Okay, so 5 o'clock Eastern time. So if they posted some images on the stuff after that I didn't capture that, and of course, if I see some new stuff that's interesting, I'll definitely post it to Instagram, and I'll definitely send it to these guys for these guys to put the word out. All right, so some of the TV IP movies and just general homages to TV movies. Star Wars: Return of Jedi. Max Rebo. 1 in 100. There's a Virgin by Ryan Brown. Let's kind of pervert it, man. Why is he like all legs and it's like spread open like that, man? It just kind of freaks me out.
Interesting.
You playing with his toes or his hands?
No, he's playing with his feet, but his hands. But
and then his nose looks like a little blue fucking dong, man.
I'm gonna stick. I was told I can't talk about this stuff anymore, so I'm gonna stay quiet.
Yep. So Manny the Comic Collector says, "Who's read #1 Hulk #1? The book sold out as his LCS, no copy to be found, but there's plenty of copies online, but shipping fees are high."
I think it was
Manny,
print, didn't it?
you haven't freaking. You know where I'm at. You know I got a whole bunch of copies of that shit. Freaking get with me. So no other comments, guys. Big blue dong in between.
No,
I'm not a fan of the 1 in 100, Mr. Brown.
With the weird blue toes.
I'm gonna be behaved. I'm not gonna say a word.
Gotta say that's a no for me, dog.
And his toes look like little blue dicks.
Look like a scroll after getting his finger cut off.
Yeah, it looks like Jabba got a hold of him, man. His fingers cut off.
Is this redefining blue balls?
Yeah, right.
And then the two guys behind him have these weird white dildos behind them. I don't know what the fuck is going on, Mr. Brown.
I guess
that's a cotton swab for the butt.
I get to do them first. No, I get to do them first. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know what the
fuck. Crazy.
Then there is a Garbe Connect variant. That's one of Han Solo and whatever you call it.
Boosh.
Yeah.
No, really, that's the name is Boosh.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is the actual Boosh made a first appearance, and all of the Star Wars characters like you were waiting for like to make an appearance in Marvel. Everybody was like waiting for it, and nobody said anything about it.
Oh wow.
Because everybody's like, oh, it's just Leia in the mask. No, it's not. It's the guy that Leia took the mask from.
Ah, okay.
So flew under the radar, huh?
It kind of did, and it was actually his. It was his #1, so I don't really know about how under the radar it was. Actually, Star Wars Boosh #1, but I don't know if we've got a Leia in the Boosh armor here. We might.
Oh, it's the anniversary for what? Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, so
40.
probably.
So it's probably a Leia cover.
I don't know. Well, I would say by the way that he's kind of holding the end of that pistol with a weird hanged, kind of curved fucking hand, like a lady. That definitely should be probably Leia. I don't know. Then there's also the Jane Giordano variant.
And Max Reboot on the front, man, he's like, look, I may be blue, but I can play this motherfucker.
It's crazy because this shit was if Return of the Jedi is 40 years old. That means I was 7 years old when I seen that shit at the movies. And I seen Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back when they first came out. And I remember Empire Strikes Back more than I remember Return of the Jedi. Like,
Empire Strikes Back is older than me. By
it has to
couple
be.
months.
It's got to be at least 2-3 years older. It wasn't back to back to back. Those movies came out like years
77, 79, 83.
Crazy.
I've seen all three of those. I was dragged to the first two as a little child.
Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons Vengeance Alpha #1. It's got Miss Minutes on
So
the
that'll be
cover.
the only copy I'm buying of that.
You know what?
Yep. By Aaron Cooter.
Is this the new titty Marvel is going to milk?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 covers with Miss Minutes on there.
Yeah. I saw.
She's on like a bunch of. She's on a bunch of covers.
Yeah, just throw it on any title, it'll
But
sell.
the first one on that time list from way back when, 2 years ago.
Thank God I got my last 3 copies autographed and Signature Series by Tara Strong when I did.
Black Demon Tales #3. If you're wondering what I'm talking about and why this is inside the TV movies, is because there is a movie that's called Black Demon that's out there. Still Works #3. Cover C. Joan Keanu's Blue Beetle movie cardstock.
I'm sorry, Blue Beetle looks like Iron Man just for DC with bugs instead of armor.
It's going to be the Mexican Iron Man. I'm telling you.
Yes.
When is that coming out? That's coming out. Is that coming
Right
out next? Yeah. Is that coming out next month or
I don't know.
later? Yeah.
I can't wait for it to show up on Max.
Oh, there it is. only in cinemas August 2023.
Oh, okay.
Her shit should have came out during Cinco de Mayo and it would have made a killing.
Dark Space. Yep. Dark Spaces Hollywood Special #1. There's a 1 of 50. Don't forget, Dark Spaces has been optioned. I forget which is it, Peacock or some other freaking
I thought it was
channel
just
that's
like
out there.
I thought it was just some random streaming thing.
Yeah.
Like that no one's ever heard of.
Right.
And that probably no one's subscribed to as well.
It comes as part of a package of 400 other freaking channels.
You can probably find it free on Roku or something like that.
Godzilla War for Humanity #1, 125 by Scioli.
What's that channel, Tubi?
It's not even on Tubi. That's the thing. It's not even on Tubi.
Tubi's awesome.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 142, 125 by Gonzo.
How many issues do you think this is going to go to?
I don't know. They need to stop. Nobody's even reading that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like every other IDW book, it's under 10,000 copies, and then people get interested and they sell 100,000, and then nobody's interested again, and they sell 10,000 copies.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles Splinter Fate #1, 125 by Raza.
Well,
That'll do well just because it's a Raza, right?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, it is a great cover. So,
Children of the Vault #1, Betsy Cola Miss Minutes variant.
Well, that title right there alone is very good.
I have read the issue already, and I can confirm some first appearances in this one. Orson Welles' Warrior of the Worlds #1, cover A, Dave Chisholm. I'm not sure why they're doing Orson Welles stuff, otherwise just to do it. But I do like the War of the Worlds. Love the War of the Worlds. But hey, here we go.
Is it just retelling this the story, or is it like a spin-off kind of?
No, it looks like Orson Welles gets picked up from his broadcasting booth and gets
put on Mars,
thrown right into the war against the Martians.
Interesting.
And look, there he is doing his voice of Unicron on the variant cover.
That's right. That was Orson Welles.
Yeah,
that was Orson Welles.
Billy D.
Star Wars number
Billy D.
Yep. Star Wars number 37, 1 in 25 by Phil Noto. Then there's your 40th anniversary for Star Wars number 37, Sprouse. And I can say that people are tired of this black freaking thing, because some of the stuff that was previewed is just the art, but when it shows up, it's just that black outline, and people are not with that shit. So Marvel, if you're listening, get rid of that shit. Stop it. Just put the fucking art on there.
Well, they're gonna finish it all the way to this number, and then they're gonna stop that shit.
Yeah.
So
and then Sprouse can do
number what of what?
28 out of 40.
Yeah.
So or 20 out of 40. I don't know. I can
12 more to go.
Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, number 1, cover E, unlockable.
Wait, there's another Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer? What?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Boom.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, number 3. There's a classic photo variant.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this today. North Valley Grimoire, number 3, cover C, Pulp Fiction homage.
What number is
it's got tentacles.
Tentacles, and the Catholic girl outfit.
Nice.
That doesn't count as a Catholic girl outfit.
There's nothing wrong with a Catholic girl
that's just a whore's uniform, okay?
Yeah. Now we don't have bubblegum, but we do have the lollipop.
Lollipop, soccer lollipop.
That was the girl from you seen Initial D? Remember the girl? You ever seen Initial D?
The anime or actually the
movie.
live action? The live action one.
Wait, there was a live action Initial D?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
I'll have to hunt it out. And did they pay the Lollipop Guild for her to do that?
No, she was a prostitute. The girl he was in love with, she was a prostitute.
Awesome.
I thought she was in the anime as well.
Wasn't she? Yeah, that's what I figured. It was the same thing.
Yeah, like
in the cartoon, it was the same way.
Yeah, I mean, because in the anime, she got
again. I'm sorry for properly identifying a whore's uniform.
They like it like that. You know what I mean?
School girl uniform.
Yeah, because she definitely was in school. Hey, that was the cold part. Is she was definitely in school. They weren't in college.
She was definitely a minor.
Japan's a little different.
I always knew there was something up with Catholic school.
And she was with grown men.
Yeah.
Again, Japan be acting wild.
I was like, whoa.
Blind out.
I had never seen it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, whoa, shit.
Hey, the age of consent on some of those islands out there in Japan and in some of those Asian countries a little bit different.
But I tripped though, because then when I saw it as a movie, I figured they would have changed the ending. It was the same shit. I was like, oh man.
Nope, they're gonna leave it in. And that's good.
Yeah.
Good adaptation right there.
Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 4, cover C, Chris Anka, the poster variant.
I'm not mad at it. If it's like got the distress look.
Yes, it will. They've actually been pretty good on these stressed out looks.
Yeah.
And they're making Peacemaker more comedic.
Are they?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. They're definitely trying to make it more John Cena like.
Oh, to line up with
as much as he's pretty good, you know.
Right, but I will say that on Max right now, Peacemaker and White Lotus is probably the best stuff they got right now. So
is it still ongoing, or is it like there's only 2 seasons of Peacemaker?
So far, yeah. So far, I've only heard of the 2 seasons so far. So, and then lastly, for TV's and movies, Star Wars Insider number 220 foil variant with Shaka.
Yep. That one's gonna be a hit.
You said Shaka
Look,
Zulu?
I
was like, Shaka?
That's perfect.
I've got look. I'm halfway through this bottle of fucking gin.
I got you, bro.
That's that bottle is starting to hit him.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me pour another fucking joint. I mean, I don't want to take another break for a
He
little
said for Shaka. I was like,
That's like
Shaka. I was like,
So
I didn't know he had a number one. Shaka Zulu got a number one first.
So it's like
I'm way behind. Shit.
All right, here's some of the ones that they try to do some horror and scary stuff on. House of Slaughter number 16, cover F175 by Peach Momoko. They're trying to get people to understand that there is this little boy that's out there. He's got no arms, barely any legs. Well, he's got legs, but barely any arms. But he's out there murking motherfuckers right now. So y'all can keep ignoring that book if you want.
So the kids is killing the kids?
Yeah. so if people aren't reading House of Slaughter number or House of Slaughter period, it's because it's their own fucking fault, because they started off with that fucking love relationship. You got to build the characters up first so I can understand who the fuck they are before I care about who they love. Right? I'm there. If it says slaughter, I want to see absolute slaughter. I don't want to see fucking. All right. Keep it real.
Can't one go lead to the other?
No.
That's what that first story arc did.
Yeah.
But then they started going into all the different color bandanas.
Mm-hmm.
But by that point in time, they've already
Everybody-
lost the traction.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
just gave up on the series already by that point.
No.
You're still reading it though, right, Aaron?
I'm behind on it. Like, but I've read like the first 10 issues. I want to say.
I give away the issue number 1 for free with every freaking purchase. Door to Door Hunt, or excuse me, Door to Door Night by Night number 7, cover B by Brian Hurt from Vault. We got the Ultra No. It's not Babel. Who the fuck is the name of the guy with the goats and shit?
The Baphomet.
Baphomet. Yeah, there you go.
It's the goat with the tits.
Night Terrors Batman number 2, cover A by Game March. Batman fighting Man-Bat.
See, Night Terrors, goats with tits.
Night Terrors Batman cover B, Francesco Mattina.
Don't get me wrong, some of these Mattina covers that he's done are fire, but I'm not buying a single damn one of these Night Terrors books. Not a one.
So yeah, it's weird. So it's tentacles, but it's tentacles from the mouth.
Hey,
interesting.
Suckers. Oh, I don't know what he was going for with this one, but we'll see if it sells. Then Night Terrors Batman number 2. This is the Felipe Masafara. It's Batman. He's taking off the cowl. Under the cowl, like half his face is gone. Night Terrors Batman number 2, 1 of 50 Ichikuri cardstock. They're going for some body horror with this one. Batman has actual fucking bats coming out of his fucking mouth. Then in the 1 of 50 Stefano Raphael cardstock. This one I think I shall have in a slice of life. It's actually supposed to be the Joker. He's sitting on his fucking couch, just chilling, having a late night snack, and then out of the closet is a Batman just hiding out in the fucking closet.
It's actually kind of dope.
That's pretty sweet.
The big bad bat.
Is it going to be black and white like this?
So there's the black and white one for the 1 of 50, yes.
Okay.
And then there's a color one, which is the open order one. So imagine how I'll show you. There's 2 different freaking things. Like black and white, it just looks like it's a normal freaking Caucasian guy fucking just chilling. But then the color one is actually the Joker, which makes a big difference. Also in the horror section is Murder by Mail number 3, Joshua Warner. It looks like it's a young lady and she's been buried in dirt, but you can still see her face.
That's a little disturbing.
Tis.
Especially if you
Um,
never seen that body before. That shit looks fucking real. Like, whoa.
Oh man, I forget this fucking horror movie I just watched about the babysitter, man. That shit was crazy. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 5, 1 in 25. Cal Hutz. It's just Groot Fall just going off. The solicitor says the mystery behind Groot Fall is revealed. How will this forever change the course of the Guardians? Find out here. Plus a bonus page written by Jonathan Hickman. Who are the guys? So we're still going to get some of these first appearances and some of these previews. I don't know who else they're going to reveal, but I know 4 or 5 of them are going to be in one bucket. Now I'll probably show that a little bit later. Silk number 4, Dave Johnson. I'm not sure who this is, but it's another goat, another fucking goat with tits, and she's got silk in her hands.
So
And
this
she's
is
got the
succubus, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got the tongue out,
I
trying to suck
did not
silk
realize
off.
that goats with tits was a new fetish. I learned something today. And
Hey,
now
we're
I
not in
know.
Ireland.
Knowing is half the
sheep and the
battle.
goats. Hey, you could be a bricklayer that does really good work, but it only takes one goat, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Banshees number 5, Scout Comics. If you look, I'm not going to pause here, but if you look really close inside the window is actually a fucking face.
Oh, I didn't know that Scout Comics went past issue 1.
Wow.
All right, now for some of the chippier freaking covers. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, number 8, 1 in 50. This actually might have probably been in the funny ones, but as you can see, there's Aaron's generation knows what the fucking aubergine freaking thing means for. But then you got that one part of the freaking orange, and you can guess where the aubergine goes into the freaking orange. Interesting freaking color spacing.
Because all we speak in is in emojis, right?
Yes, this is how the Egyptians did it. And that's how we should do it too.
Okay.
Night Terror's Poison Ivy, number 2, cover A, Jessica Fong.
Yeah, that's fucking nightmare fuel.
This is a bad trip.
Okay, go on.
And then 1 in 25, Nimet Malava. This is Harley and Ivy. And I forget the name of this other young lady that's just been, she's been hovering with these guys for like the last 4 or 5 Harley and Poison Ivy freaking stories. I forget what her name is, but I need to go back and see what her first appearance is. But she's just been there. But she's on this freaking cover.
Oh, that means we're gonna do it sometime soon.
Yeah,
She's
she's
smoking blowfish or something.
yeah, that's exactly right. They're out on the freaking field. They're freaking lying down, and they're high as fuck. Like
Giraffes there.
Yo, this
So
is
this is the start of that trip.
yeah, this is a Brian McClay special right here, man. And then also a Brian McClay special, man.
Can you go back to that other? We gotta look at this right quick. Go back the one before that one. Yo, she's about to smoke. That's like a joint. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
and
I
she
think
is
that's more of
like-
a lettuce wrap.
Oh, I was thinking
That's
caterpillar.
She's about to smoke that shit. It is a caterpillar. Those are some of my best work been as big as a caterpillar now.
I don't know what it is, but it's weird because if you see the in back of her, there's these intestines, right? And she cuts
Yeah, they're chopped up.
this thing out of the. Oh man,
They're on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I like this cover though.
The eyeballs freak me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It looks like she got
super
STDs in her eyeball.
It's like super surrealist. It's like the easiest way to describe it, Adam.
It's like she has STDs in her eyeballs.
Looks like rotten beehives.
That's crazy.
No love without a glove, everybody.
No.
And then
Testify.
1 in 50, Jessica Dalva, cardstock. This is a young lady, Poison Ivy. She's just out in the field of mushrooms, and she looks high as fuck.
And she's like 10.
She looks like the Mad Hatter.
With a big ass red afro.
Like that Mad Hatter.
Found the Smurf
afro
Village.
Mm-hmm. Probably got loaded and didn't realize she turned into plants.
Or was she looking through the looking glass, right?
She was shroom, like she was shrooming, and she was like, "Oh shit!"
I shouldn't have ate that extra egg.
Looking at her arms, like, "Oh,
never again, never again, never again."
God damn.
Night Terrors Ravager number 2, James Dakoa. Then Night Terrors Joker number 2, cover C, Ryan Brown. The Joker has a bunch of teddy bears coming out of his fucking mouth.
This is better than the Star Wars Ryan Brown, so
True.
Take it.
And then Avengers number 4, Stuart Eminem. Now I know it looks shitty, but here's why I need to take into consideration this particular issue is that it's going to be the first appearance of the Ashen Combine, but with Lord Envy, the Citysmith, Idol, Alabaster, the Dead, and the Meridian Diadem. I've read the freaking issue. It's got all these motherfuckers in there, so these are not. This is not going to be an Ultimate Fallout 4, right? But
is that the maker on the cover? Who is that back?
No,
or
that's somebody.
Okay.
You're tripping. You're tripping. That's why this is a trippy joint.
I'm like, is that the maker? Like blowing up or something? Like, what are we doing here? And I was looking on there, and I was like, I don't even see his name.
All right, here's cosplay. Oh, actually, no cosplay. In fact, I could probably bring that vampire joint. Cosplay. All right, naughty girls, dangerous girls, fearless dawn, the bomb number 3, cover A. Here's one special for it that's going to be signed by Steve Mannion.
I want his autograph.
Yep. Yeah. Then there's a Virgin variant for that one as well. North Valley Grimoire number 3. There's a cover B by Rockwell, and there's your pick your poison. Do you like girls in prison jumpsuits, or do you like girls in Catholic schoolgirl outfits?
That's what got her in prison. The Catholic school outfit.
So it's a copy of the
human trafficking. Remember?
Mm-hmm. But I will say that the one on the right, she looks like some cracked out meth head. So that's.
She looks like that. What's that girl name from Disney?
Britney Spears.
No, the other one.
Amanda Bynes.
No, Christina Aguilera.
No.
Lindsay
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. Okay. We were gonna figure out one of these.
Yeah, we do all of them, right? They all been in the news lately.
They've all been in the news. They all been cracked out. Yeah.
Oh boy!
Allegedly.
Don't
sue me.
You get fucked up. Oh boy!
Grimm Universe Retailer Program, August 2023. Bronze Executive. There's a Ivan Tao that looks good. Zenescope just needs to get their shit together and actually put out some actual TV or freaking movie products, and then people will start paying attention to them again.
Wait, wasn't that cover used before?
I don't know.
Like for Grimm, and then Grimm Boom? Isn't this a Boom title?
No, Grimm Universe is the Zenescope stuff.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Ivan Tao has been doing a lot of stuff for Zenescope. So he's used this character a lot. He's done this character a lot. And I understand he's freaking confusion because there's that Grimm character. She literally has the same fucking weapon.
Yeah, same
with
guy.
The scythe and then
and
red hair.
Yeah.
So
my thing is, I wonder why people feel like they have to. I mean, we've probably had this discussion before, but why they feel like they have to go straight to like film? Why can't they just do animation for these shows and just get them out there and have people dig them? Like, I don't get that.
I don't know, man, but I can tell you what. So webtoons, right? I've been saying this over and over again. I will keep saying it until people listen to me because they've been listening. Looks like they've been listening to me on other shit. the way an anime is done is you put it on Webtoons for free. Then if enough people like it on Webtoons, then that's when you start breaking it out into a hard book or a comic or something. And then once you get enough money from that, then you start breaking it off into an IP through like a TV series or whatever. And then you get to your actual freaking movie. And you can't tell me it doesn't work because it's been working a lot, right? The only thing is US writers are not going to go for that. That's why they're fucking striking right now. They're not going to go for that low pay scale. That's the problem. So if you want to know, or if you even care about what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about DC bringing out more anime, there's a reason why they're fucking doing that. It's because you get to freaking leverage anime writers, anime freaking artists to freaking do that. And guess what? You got a whole bunch of new content for a lot cheaper than you're going to have if you want to do it here. It's just that simple.
Well, they got to listen to Mel and let the beat build, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'd be rushing out like the '80s trying to make a bunch of different cartoons. Like, let's make this one. Let's make this one. You know what I mean? Because if nothing else, they'll have cult followings. Like, people want. There's people I know that just buy it because of the genre. Like, oh, it's anime, I'm gonna buy it. Yep. May not ever get a chance to watch it, but I'm buying it.
Bro, did you see what happened at AnimeCon? They oversold the shit. So people, they got in and they could. First of all, there was a line like around the blocks just to fucking get in. It was.
And this was where at?
I forget where the AnimeCon was at this past year, but it was taking. They said it was taking people an hour and a half just to get into the fucking building. So you were lucky if you actually fucking got your fucking tickets and everything. And then once you got in, you could hardly fucking move because it was just over.
They were over capacity and all that.
It's like a fucking COVID breakout waiting to happen.
Yeah. On one thing, it's like, oh, that's fucking good, but on the other hand, it's like, no, that's not it because
it was in LA. It's what Reed is saying.
Reed, yeah. Night Terrors, Poison Ivy #2, cover B, Leslie Lee. A little bit of weird bondage going on from Harley Quinn trying to tie down Poison Ivy. And then you got the weird freaking dolls from, what's the name of that freaking game with the freaking weird dolls and I forget the weird fucking scary movie or scary fucking game that comes from. Heat Seeker Gun Honey Series #2, cover A, Lee. A lot of back meat freaking showing, really good stuff.
That seems like a pretty tame Gun Honey cover, actually, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're aiming for Ultra with this one with the red hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Red Kryptonite.
And then Heat Seeker Gun Honey Series #2, the cover E, Caranthera nude cover. So nude redhead.
After Ultra.
Hitting him with that red kryptonite, right?
Now they give me a foil with that because look, I don't fuck with brazen fucking nakedness and all that. But if they would have given me a foil on this one, I could fuck with it. Because it does look really. It does have a touch of artistic tint to it. It does look like there was an actual craft to it. But other than that, it's Ultra.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I don't think they're gonna do a foil on this one. If they did, they would do it on one of the other covers. But they did it with the issue #1 where they did a foil, basically the A cover. No, it's like, what the fuck? What's the foil?
I mean, you figure this is cover E, so it's like by the time they got here, if they did a foil, it's like no one's ordering
that. Gene Simmons' Dominatrix #2, cover A by Ballant. Front and back meat just out there.
Yams.
That's that Brokeback 90s formula.
Damn.
So boobs and ass at the same time.
Specking out, fucking
lower, bottom, upper, top.
Oh, there's no fucking going on here, Adam. There's just a bunch of pay me so I can fuck your ass up.
Yeah,
this one.
Submit.
How you got high boots and fishnets at the same time? That don't make no damn
Nice,
sense.
nice.
Here we go. This is the Grim from Boom. Grim number 12, 125. Torrent Clark.
Is anybody still reading this?
I wasn't reading it to begin with.
Yeah,
I read the first 5 issues, and then
our first couple were cool.
Yeah, the first one really got me, and then like where it started traveling off to, like it lost me.
Yeah.
I liked it when it was called Dead Like Me. I don't know if you guys remember that freaking TV show from back in the day.
Oh yeah.
It was same fucking shit. So there was nothing that made this stand out to me. Rain Tree says nothing like mid-July candy yams.
Yes, sir.
Yes, testify.
All right, some slices of life. Night Terrors Ravager number 2. I like this. This one's done by Tony Chastain. It is, you got Harley Quinn sitting in the bedroom, just freaking chilling. Weapons by the bedside, no crazy ass freaking drawings at the freaking bedside. But then if you look kind of close to the freaking bed, you got these hands, creepy ass freaking hands, reaching out to freaking try and freaking kill her. But I do like the just little. Actually, that's not Harley Quinn. Holy fuck, that's not Harley Quinn. That's
Ravager.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. But I still like it.
Deathstroke's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
the
another
mask by
cover
the pillow and everything. Okay. Got it.
I got freaking thrown off because the hair was kind of embedded with the freaking blue pillow and shit.
Yeah.
Peacemaker Tries Hard number 4, 125 by Miguel Mercado.
Yeah.
Then Con and On number 2, cover B number 3, Unlockable Daniel Shinek variant. This one looks like it's a family at a Comic-Con.
Definitely was a slow day at the convention for him.
Oh, yeah.
To sketch that, something like that, right?
The Sickness number 2, Jenna Cha.
The Sickness.
Looks like somebody got a visit from the Ice Cream Man. Different publisher.
When is this actually supposed to release?
Still haven't got my first copy yet.
Probably in a month from now.
Oh, really? Because I kept on hearing rumors of issue 2 not hitting until like October or something like that.
What's the publisher called again?
Uncivilized Comics.
Yeah, Uncivilized. So
Oh,
it's a
there you go.
lunar distribution network.
Right. So it's best if you try and get your orders in today
September.
because on Sunday is the LTOV. But if you wait till like Monday to get your stuff in, then retailers are going to tend to charge more.
Oh yeah, people in the chat are saying September now. Okay, that
And
makes
also,
a little
don't
bit more.
forget there's a second print of number 1 that was announced, lime green. If you haven't already placed your orders for those two.
Yeah, the second print for number 1's on posted this week too, I believe.
Okay, there's your Night Terror Joker number 2, cover A, Stefano Raphael. As you can see, that is the Joker right there. This is the one I was talking about. Some Negative Space joints. Junk Rabbit number 5, cover B, Valentino and Robinson.
Yeah.
Nobody's reading this shit. But I do like this cover though. Sacrifices number 1, 1 in 10, Lula Lotte. Then there's a 1 of 15 by Frizen.
Of course there is.
Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons Vengeance Alpha number 1. There is a 1 in 50 by Frank Miller.
Oh man, that's like first on my list to pick up. Like,
All right, is there a 1 in 100?
Grim number 12, cover A by Flaviano. Then there's Grim number 12, 1 in 10, Reaper variant by Orzu.
I like that a little bit.
A little weird, huh? Right?
Yeah, but not enough to buy it.
Yeah. Not for no regular price.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here's some of the artists that have turned to some stuff that we know. Kale Magoo has Masquerade number 7. Little Tay, Barn Star Wars, Barnes number 2, some homage to like the old 1930s movie posters. Red Goblin number 7 by Huck Lee.
Damn. Suck the
Crossbow
symbiote
punch.
off his eye.
Slapping
I'm
the
gonna punch
taste
the
out that
goblin off
motherfucker.
you. Hold still.
Raza has Icon versus Hardware number 4.
It's kind of sick.
Night Terrors, I think Andrew covered that one. Silverworks number 3 by Mike Deodato. Another Lotte for Black Coke number 6. Avengers number 4, 1/100 Ross Virgin.
Huh.
Part of that connecting cover set, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you there was a 1/100.
Yep, 1/100 Perez for Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons Vengeance Alpha.
So everybody wants to give everybody else like Liefeld shit about drawing claws too long, and look at that shit right there.
It's a fucking 4 feet long.
Look at those boots, though. How high those were, right?
Are those claws or knives, man?
Well, he's holding swords.
It starts from his forearm and then comes out, you know.
R.I.P. George Perez.
Bill Sickowitz, Fire and Ice number 1. Cover A. Another Perez for Immortal Thor, number 1. Peach Momoko is doing Immortal Thor number 1. This with a cover for Miss Minutes.
That's my favorite.
She got 5 covers
so far.
And then the Captain Marvel Dark Tempest number 2, 1/100 Perez. I have confirmed that there's 2 first appearances in this issue. So all right, so let me distract. There's 5 first appearances in issue number 1. There's 2 first appearances in this issue number 2, and then there's another 5 first appearances in issue number 3. And they're called the Feral 5.
They still be putting Captain Marvel in this old Ms. Marvel costume that they won't let her wear anymore because it's not culturally appropriate.
Why?
Do you see her showing up in this in any MCU movie?
Adam has seen her plenty on Pornhub.
We've seen that same movie, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the mainstream Captain Marvel costume. They're not going to let this one fly.
You know what's weird about it is that she's got the sarong, right? But the sarong is in the wrong place where it's supposed to be in order to hide the nether regions. So,
well, maybe whoever they cast for Carla Soffin, maybe she can get that done, huh?
Good Lord. There's for Captain Marvel Dark Tempest number 2. There's also a 1/50 by Rose Beige. Candidates for the filter. I want to see what this actually comes out to look like. That Con and On, that unlockable Daniel Shinnick. Then the Miles Morales Spider-Man number 9, 1/25 by Miguel Mercado. The Goblin choking out Miles Morales.
I kind of like.
But I definitely love this cover right here. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 9. The Mateus Manahini. I don't know what's going on with this sword right here. Definitely going in. Spider-Man Annual number 1. Gabriel Delato Wolverine fucking up. Or he just got done fucking up Spider-Man.
He's homeless, so he fucking was talking shit.
It looks a little messed up, in my opinion.
Right? You got dress shoes on, old ass jeans, no shirt.
Yeah.
You know, Peter Parker was like, "No, I heard that you were having threesomes with Cyclops and but the girl wasn't there anymore. So what the fuck's up with that?" Like, oh, okay, let me show you, buddy. House of Slaughter number 16. This is a Peach Momoko. This is the color variant.
He can't ever slap fine.
And here, there's no funny animals. Actually, this one, Junction Jones number 5. That's it.
Angry cat driving.
Late Prince, Spider-Man India number 1. Second print, Abhishek Mussolini.
Toons is the driving cat.
Yeah. A Mega Man number 3 facsimile. Talked about that one. Wonder Woman number 800. That's that first appearance of Trinity. For some reason, instead of using the one of her on there, actually, I think they used it for the 1 to 25, I believe.
They did.
Yeah,
they
they
did a
did.
version of it.
But yeah, here's the cover A by Daniel St. Pierre, and there we go. 1 in 25, the Trinity card stock. Then there's the Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland second print. World Tree number 1, fourth print.
Yep.
If you can believe it or not.
Well, it's Tinian. I believe it.
Then there's your third print. World Tree number 3, second print. Ultimate Invasion number 1, second print. Sylvia. I don't understand why they went with this one. Look, the one that if they decided to go with a late print because of the numbers, the one that gave them the numbers was that negative space freaking Miles Morales. So why the fuck they went with this one, I don't fucking know. They should have went with that same one and just changed the fucking color on that one.
Because you need a robot cup.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, this is gonna be where I gotta jump off, man. I'm flirting with passing out as it is.
Yeah, I'm about to drop.
Yeah, I feel like absolute shit still. So when I feel better, we'll give away this Ultra Box, and then I'll catch up with you guys next week for a secret variant episode. But thank you, Lucas, for FOC, and so this way I don't have to spend my time sick as fuck putting slides together.
All right, brother, man. You take care, man. Get some chicken soup, man.
Take care, Ultra.
Later, Ultra.
Appreciate y'all. See you guys on the next one.
Get some rest.
All right.
Drink some fluids, man.
Oh, absolutely.
No alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off you fellas, man. I'm beat, man. I'm burning out. I'm over here trying to keep my head up. All right, you guys, man.
All right,
Talk
man.
to you guys
Later.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.
Lucas, I'll be right back. I have to just want to go grab something real quick.
Okay. All right, bro. Lastly, for the late prints, you got the Heat Sucker Gun and Honey series number 1, second print art germ sketch.
You definitely got it right with the title, Heat Sucker.
All right, so here's some of the cheap gimmicks and homages. Werewolf by Night number 33, facsimile. Barnstormers number 2, 1 in 10. This the jazz singer. They used some of the old posters, and then they combined it with the old Joe Cotton freaking joints.
Did you ever get that Barnstormers print?
Fuck no. You had to get 1 in 25 of that. Fuck no, man. I have read that.
Yeah, because I remember they limited it too. On top of that, right?
Yeah. I was like,
was it a low tape print or who was it?
It was like 1 in. Yeah, was it Prism?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it'll pop up somewhere for cheap.
Yeah, it sounds like no one got it.
Adventures of Superman, John Kent number 6, cover B. They're going after the mirror universe type shit. Fearless Dawn the Bomb number 3, cover B by Steve Mannion, homage to the old 1930s stuff. Of course, you got to have Nazis, because Nazis are bad. And then you got the what's the name? Betty
Page.
Yeah, Betty Page, freaking homage. Night Terrors Black Adam number 2, cover E 150 by Jeremy 1, black and white. Then of course you got your Amazing Spider-Man number 300 facsimile edition.
Ooh,
I guess we need number 1 of those.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Is it getting a foil treatment?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it is. The thing is, for retailers, you don't get the same freaking discount. It's like a 15% discount or some shit.
Okay, so they're getting something, but it's not
much.
Full, yeah, it's not much.
It doesn't even cover the shipping and all that shit. So
I'm assuming it's also still a $9 cover then on top of that.
Yep.
$8.99. I'm not sure. I'll have to check later.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yep. Captain Marvel Dark Tempest number 2, 1 of 10 design variant. Once again, so this is Nitro's new design. And you would think that that was like the big thing about it, but no, there's like a couple of new appearances or first appearances in this one. And then this one is homage to like these old 1990s freaking covers.
Yeah.
And I got notes down here that Nitro and his spooky alien pal Nada make their move. So there's Nada, right? Who her first cameo, even though she speaks, I guess, was in the one issue before this. But in this issue, she actually takes the cowl off so you could actually see her actual face.
This was a Jim Lee homage, right? The original?
Probably a homage to a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Immortal X-Men 1 of 25, Elizabeth Torque.
Oh, that's like the Vision.
Yeah.
Or White Vision also. Whichever cover you want to say.
Yeah. Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons Vengeance Alpha number 1, 1 of 200. The Insignia Virgin variant.
I saw that in this one too as well.
Mm-hmm. There is an
open
order for it. There's an open order for this. I don't know why it felt like people were going to buy
the incentive of this. Like,
yeah,
like it kind of opened that floodgates, right? Like with all the DC.
The incentives for this book suck overall. To be honest.
Well, I mean, like, I think this opened the you know with a publisher doing this now instead of just like a store variant, like having the symbols for DC and stuff like that, like with the Superman and all that.
Yeah.
It just kind of like, I don't know, like it seems kind of lazy and like just kind of like, oh, we couldn't really pick anything, so we're just gonna throw symbols on.
Yeah. So what I can say is I've read this one as well, and there is a first appearance in this one. The problem is that the story is set in the past. If this character was going to have any type of significance, we would have seen this character again already. So don't go particularly big on this one unless they give some type of other indication that this is going to be something. But it's a little kid. I don't know what the fuck they want to do with this, but it doesn't look good so far. Oh, I mean, look, the kid is a little bad little motherfucker. I can give you that, but I don't know. There's also the 1 in 300 Wolverine Insignia version variant, which I think both of these actually look good on the T-shirt. But
yeah, but not as a comic cover.
Yeah,
like it seems like a waste of money.
Yeah,
or you might as well have just gone with a blank cover again.
Exactly. at least make these motherfuckers glow in the dark or some shit. I mean,
yeah.
Werewolf by Night 33 facsimile edition. Oh, actually, this is the wrong fucking thing. But Sons of Salt and Sea, House of Slaughter number 16, 1 of 50, the Naruto run style.
I thought it was almost trying to do like a Akira homage or something like that.
Yeah. The kid's name is Bait. Is a young boy with amputated arms and a tendency to survive suicidal odds. He's usually dispatched with a mission more malicious than imaginable at hand. So look at him. Naruto run with the arms, and they gave him the Naruto freaking anime eyes.
He doesn't have arms.
Fire and Ice cover C Frazetta movie poster art. Oddly Pedestrian Life, Christopher Chaos number 3 for Robles. I guess they were trying to say, hey, she looks like you, buy her fucking shit. So we'll see how that freaking works out for him.
Because, yeah, every goth girl I know is going to be lining up, at every comic shop to go pick this up.
They just buy it. They just look at it online. They don't buy actual shit anymore. Fuck. Icon versus Hardware 1 in 25. Sean Damian, a homage to the old covers from the 50s, or I want to say 60s and 70s. No, 60s. Then the Night Terrors number 3, cover D, Ivan Rice, Darkest Hour, Neon Ink. I will say that the one that just came out this past week, the Justice Society Night Terrors, the Neon, it actually did pretty good for me in my store. People were actually eating that shit up.
Okay.
And it does look really good.
Okay,
Come
yeah,
down to it.
because I saw an article saying that the neon colors didn't come out just right. That
I think wasn't there a notice saying that Lunar wanted the retailers to destroy them as well?
I don't know.
I didn't receive that notice. They fucking want me to fucking rip that shit up. I'll fucking happily fucking do that shit and get something else. But I don't know until I get that notice. We'll see.
Okay, so but it turned out looking semi decent for you then.
Oh, it was amazing, man. Freaking, and I got the lights that change colors and shit. And every time you change the colors, it looks totally fucking different.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
each of the fucking lights fucking pop like really really.
So it works like a neon sign.
Yes, it looks way better than that Wonder Woman Rose Beige that was supposed to be glowing in the fucking dark, and that shit didn't fucking work at all. But under the fucking lights, this shit fucking pops. Like you turn on a fucking red light, the red and orange pops. You turn on a fucking green, blue, green and blue pops. It's just fucking amazing. But it's really fucking good. Tom is asking, are the covers glow in the dark? They're not glow in the dark.
He was asking about the he asked that during the Ghost Rider Wolverine story, the 1 in 200 and 1 in 300.
Right? No, they're not.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason, yet they want us to buy 300 of the motherfuckers. I don't know.
It's to sell more of those Frank Miller books. Yeah.
Some of the funnier ones: Night Terror, Joker number 2, 1 to 25, Raleigh Erasmo, Joker and the Clowns and a clown car. I'm not sure why I got the Stonehouse. Some of these are out of place. This one is interesting. The Gene Simmons Dominatrix number 2, cover B, 1 to 5, Medellin. This young lady who it's kind of interesting. So in one cover, they got her with all ass and all tits and everything. In this one, she's got nothing, right? But she does have a little bit of hair, but then she's got all these other accoutrements that makes it look like her hair is longer than it is. So it kind of reminds me of some of the covers for what's the name of the wife of the King of the Inhumans, Methuselah, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Medusa.
Yeah. So that's why it kind of makes her look like that, but just like a skinny transgender freaking version of that. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on with this cover, but
it looks like in like normal daylight time, like she would be wearing like mom pants.
You know exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, she just needed to get out for a little bit and just stretch her freaking, stretch out for a little bit. Night Terrors, Poison Ivy number 2, that Jamie McKelvey cardstock. You got Poison Ivy and you got a bunch of hands. Looks like you got Batman and Batgirl and maybe one of the Lanterns spraying her down with some weed killer.
It even almost looks like, that she's getting tagged onto a brick wall, right? Well,
that's what I thought at first, man, and then until I started to do the review of the shit again, I was like, oh, they are trying to kill this bitch.
Yeah, and then I saw the spray, like the weed killer or whatever on the side.
Oh, yeah. Dangerous Recover, Smooth Criminals and Dangerous Men, Children of the Vault number 1, Rod Reese. I've seen this one already. Nothing big significant came out of this one yet. Oh, let me see. No, there's two possible new characters that are coming out of this one. It's just not clear. 1 in 25, Zakira for Children of the Vault. Ghost Rider, Weapons of Vengeance, Alpha number 1. I've seen some interesting sales for this one, even though it's an open order. People do like this freaking cover right here. Nobody's.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say these two covers are already better than the 1 in 200 and 1 in 300.
I'm telling you, boss. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The Mark Texera variant, really good, really good detail. This one is hang it up on the wall, and yes, like you said, it's better than 1 in 200. It's better than 1 in 300. I don't know what in the fuck they were thinking.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy number 5, Luciano Vecchio, and then there's your Todd Knock Gods variant.
Glad to see he's not just doing headshot covers now.
Yeah.
He'll get back
Let's
to it.
see. Yep. Okay, let's take
No, I think Ninth talked to him, and he said he was just like he was coming up to the end of doing just the headshots. That's
yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know why Gamora is so small. Looks like a little kid. But yeah. All right, let's take a quick 35-second break, and I'm going to put up the trailer for DC Publishing Knight's Terror.
Horror devastates the DC Universe in a terrifying 2-month event. Dawn of DC. Night Terrors. Discover the nightmares of DC's greatest heroes as a disturbing new villain plunges Earth into darkness and the sleepless nights attack. The battle for the waking world starts in July. It's not just a dream.
100.
All right, that was DC Knight's Terror. Now we're going to go into some of the stuff that is coming out this week. First up, man, this one is going to be a freaking monster. Every time I get a freaking copy, people are freaking trying to buy it off me. Void Rivals #1, second print, cover A. That's the one with Jetfire on the freaking cover. And it was pretty steady state. Now the cover B, I don't have that up here yet, but that cover B is starting to see some pretty big numbers. That one's sold out at the freaking Diamond. Join us. Well, actually, I do have it.
Oh wow!
It's goofy.
So the
goofy ass cover.
So this cover B is sold out at the distribution level, but the cover A is not.
No, the cover A is both of them. Both of them are sold out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cover A sold out last week.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of expected.
That's 2 weeks ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
And then cover B is sold out as well, which is a goofy ass fucking cover, and people will just fucking love this fucking cover. So, well, they love cover A, but yeah.
You think cover B is gonna may do better down the road?
I don't know. This is going to be a forgotten soldier.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those situations where, like, if you missed out on getting into, or if you missed out on the 1 in 100 for Void Rivals #1, then your second chance or whatever, or like to feel like you got some piece of the action was to buy the second prints, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone was like hip to knowing at this point, so of course it's going to sell out the distribution level. So
yeah, and I'll give it to him that the cover A second print does look better than even the 1 in 100. So
I don't disagree, but I mean, just because of that 1 in 100 and not many people, I guess, knowing the spoiler to it, I feel like with that combination that it'll do well long term versus like just right now. I mean, it's doing well right now.
It's doing well right now, but I give it a month, right? Let's see if it becomes part of the Forgotten Soldier freaking folder.
It's I don't. Yeah, I think it's going to become part of the Forgotten Soldier story, but then I feel like down the road, if whatever Skybound is doing to build up on this, if they keep on doing everything in a good manner, then it could move
right before Transformers #1 and Duke #1 comes out. I think that's when it's going to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if we can just keep an eye on it, and if we can get a chance if I can get some good cheap copies, so they're
I wouldn't pay $200 or $300 for it or whatever, but if you get a chance to scoop it, at ratio or slightly below, I will say that the cover A's and the cover B's, but mostly the cover A first print, have been doing absolutely fantastic. Right. I sold at least $300 worth within the last 8 days of the cover A's and the cover B's. So, I mean, people got their eyes on the price for the 1 in 100, but those open orders are just doing big gangbusters right now. Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that I mean, because I keep on hearing a lot of people that were never into Transformers or GI Joe that are getting into the storyline. So so it's doing exactly what it is supposed to, like, you know, hit the nostalgia of the crowd that, you know, that grew up with this, and then also gain a new audience.
I mean, it's the perfect time to start getting into it between this and the new movie that just came out. So
yeah. Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars that came
I
out.
still haven't seen yet.
Yeah, man. I will say, whether you go to see it in in the movie theater, or you wait for it at home, man, it's all the same. But it's definitely a good movie. You know, Spider-Man number 7, third print, Luciano Vecchio, sold out at the distributor level already.
Ooh, do you think that means we're gonna see a fourth print then?
You almost got to, right? If they're putting out fucking foil bullshit, they almost got to freaking do another one on these.
With the push that they're giving Spider Boy, I wouldn't doubt it.
How many prints do you think it's gonna go to?
I'm gonna say, let's see, Edge of Spider-Verse 2, the first Spider-Gwen had 5. 6 if you count the Spider-Gwen 0. I can see this going to at least the 5th print.
Okay.
I don't know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Annual 2023, cover A by Walsh.
I remember when we were talking about this. I love this cover.
Then Sirens of the City number 1, cover B by Frizen.
Is she just shooting it in now at this point? Like,
she's just picking up random freaking chicks and just drawing the shit out of them.
Right, and then add in the trade. Done.
Awesome sauce.
Something Epic number 3, cover C, Kodransky.
Star Wars 1 homage, or Episode 4, A New Hope.
Then there's your cover B, also by Kodransky.
I actually grabbed this story. I haven't read it yet, but
yeah, people have been saying some good things about it. Then there's your second print, 1 of 50, right? Frank Spoiler. And I will say, I read The Fallen Friend number 1. It is a really good freaking read. It's not a story, it's a read. It's her, not necessarily her funeral, but it is like
in memoriam of,
a memorial of, where everybody gets together to freaking say, give Raka and give prayers for her, and the things that they talk about in there, the way they lay things out is amazing. I do wish they had addressed certain things. So, for instance, Miles Morales, back in the day, he actually did freaking make a deal with the devil to bring her back. They didn't address that. I wish they would address that. Mary Jane, right, who was the one that got killed for her, doesn't show up. I don't understand. I thought that was kind of fucked up. Because in the meantime, you have Peter Parker's hustling and trying to get there. He's all fucking late and shit. But you know what? Is definitely one of the better fucking reads of the year. Are the covers? Oh no, see, T. Jones says crazy hype. How long ago was that? That was 2 minutes ago. I'm all late. Then here's your number 26 second print, Carrie Andrews. I've got the cover. It looks great. It just looks good, and it's gonna be a tough 9/8, but it just looks good. Rogan Gambit number 5, Steve Morris. This is kind of a chess Gambit freaking cover. If you're a chess freaking fiend, you love this cover. Then Amazing Spider-Man number 29, 1 in 100, black and white Giada Personolo.
How are the first wave of the Disney black and white 1 in 100s doing?
The issue number 1 and issue number 2 did amazing when they first got out. They started to slow down unless you to give people like a really good discount. The 1 in 100s did really well, but now you can get them pretty cheap. I've seen them go for like 40, 50 freaking bucks. So those are still out there, right? But I have seen, and this is another one as well. Like I saw people, they were hype about this one. They did love this cover, and now it's slowing down. So it looks like they did too many of these fucking covers.
That's my. And I'm a Disney mark. I just think that what killed them for me is not as a retailer but as a fan, way too many of them.
Yeah.
I was trying to melt the 1 in 100 thing or whatever.
Yeah. Even though I am excited for the Spider-Gwen as Daisy Duck.
Essentia, number 18, Lucia Perillo, sold out.
Oh, wow. That's actually kind of surprising. Like, because 13 through 17 were the coupons.
Yep.
So, like, to see that 18 sold out as well, that's kind of interesting.
I'm gonna have to call a friend of mine.
I need to cut out my coupons and get that all mailed in before September.
So what's the deal with the coupons?
So if you 13 through 17 for Asenia, there's coupons in each of the issues, and if you have all 5 of the coupons, you can mail it into Torpedo with I think like a $8 or $9 check or something like that, plus the shipping, and then you can you have a chance of either getting a beautiful J. Scott Campbell cover or a Frank Miller cover that I don't know if anyone's seen yet. So it's it's a mail away book that how often do you see that anymore? But yeah, I definitely need to fill out my coupons because I have all 5 of those issues.
And deadline is what, September?
Deadline is in September, and then you do have to mail a check.
Yeah, I know. They really went old school with
check or mail or money order.
Let's see. Is there any notes in number 18? Because I want to figure out why.
I mean, it could just be
no notes. No notes for number 18. So
it could just be as simple as being a Perillo cover.
It's a fun series, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is a decent read then, at the very least. Okay.
Betty Page, number 2, cover B by Leslie Lurie. It's of course, Betty Page, but she's naked except for a cooking apron.
Awesome sauce.
Her face looks like it's like an anime style.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yes. Amazing. Fallen Friend number 1, 150, Carmen Carnero, homage
to the death of what?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, right? The first Captain Marvel.
Hunger and Dusk number 1, cover G, 175, by Antioch Lee. And then this one has been doing pretty good. Incredible Hulk number 181, facsimile edition, foil variant. This was actually the first week in a while where I haven't seen it in the top list. Liquid Kill number 6, cover C, Colorado Kill Bill homage. This is a Whatnot special. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 8, 125 by Suyon. Moon Knight number 25, 1/200, Art Germ. And then there's the negative space variant with Werewolf by Night. First appearance of Savage Rick, Rick and Morty Heart of Rickness, number 1, cover B by Lucy. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of the new releases. Everything. Did you guys, gents, have anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
I'm pretty good, man. Like I said, the only other thing, I mentioned this in the pre-show, and I thought it was somewhat newsworthy, is the possible Jennifer Garner Electra cameo on Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't work the first time. Nobody cared about it the first time. And she's like 50 now? I mean, Jesus.
Possibly.
Well, I always thought that was funny with the other rumor too, that what's his name is supposed to be Gambit, right?
Ty don't chain him.
Yeah, that's been the rumor for a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's been making a cameo in Deadpool 3 as Gambit.
Well, I mean, with all these different cameos and stuff like that, like, how big of a budget is this movie? I mean, I guess they technically had like what Brad Pitt in the second film and all that. Like,
Yeah,
even
and
though
also
gave us Invincible.
another rumor was that for cameo that Chris Evans was going to return as Human Torch.
I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, because that movie got bumped up of when it actually is releasing.
Yeah, it's 2024 sometime.
Like May or something like that.
So yeah.
I guess we'll have to just wait and see.
I'm getting a little burnt out on multiverse stuff at the moment. I thought The Flash was decent, but I'm glad I didn't see it in the theater.
I mean, but Indiana Jones is doing like time travel stuff and multiverse, like
Yeah. Well, no, you got it. No, they're doing space time.
Oh, they're doing space time. Okay.
Yeah, space time is different than time travel. Space time, you could still go to different times, and everything, but it's different, right?
Okay, so it's more like a Doctor Who kind of situation,
right? And so is Flash, right? Flash is also space time, right? Which is where you jump from where you're at to a different universe, which is why when he goes to a different universe, he sees different freaking Batmans, right? So that's space time. So time travel is when you can actually,
go to a different period.
Go to and then you can return to your own freaking thing. That's time travel, which is different from space time.
Okay.
I just want to say for the Flash, I thought the Christopher Reeve cameo sucked monkey balls.
Damn, tell us what you really feel, Adam.
I mean, come on, Warner Brothers. You had to do CGI. You couldn't just use stock footage.
And for what was this again? I don't remember that scene.
It was toward the end when they were doing all the cameos with Superman. The Christopher Reeve bothered me.
I don't know, man. I saw a lot of people and they seemed to like that particular scene. They thought it was okay. It was the baby scene that people were like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
But the one where he put the baby in the microwave.
Hey. Nobody puts baby in a microwave,
I laughed my ass off.
I heard they call that a California sandwich, right?
Holy shit, I didn't say it. Let the record show I was being well behaved.
I'll go on record and said I did say.
It's the Manny Comic Collector says he just ordered a copy of Essentia number 18 off of T-Fall. But it shows a FOC of 2/6 February 23rd.
Right. They got delayed, like way behind on each of the issues that were supposed to release because, like, if you read the coupon, like the original coupon in issue 13 says like the cutoff is like in March. It's now September. So I mean, I don't know why.
FOC. Yeah, that's what happens. FOC is so. For instance, in fact, I got an email from those guys yesterday because I was asking because I had a customer that ordered some other ones that was supposed to have come out either last week and this week, but I haven't received them. And they said there's some type of issue with the printer.
Also, if anyone's looking for issues 13 for 17, I know Torpedo still has them in stock.
Yep. That's where I got. Like,
yeah,
I did
to all my friends over at Torpedo Comics who I love to death.
Yeah, I think the first two issues, or 13 and 14, are like $10, and then the rest of them are like cover price for $5 a piece.
I think the like 15 for 17 are like $5 or $6.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I call Torpedo Comics, ask for Amber, and say that Blind Adam sent you.
Oh, I should have. I wish I knew that. But I mean, yeah, if you don't want to call the store either, it's
I actually looked at. I was on their eBay store the other day, and they're there too.
Yeah, it's also on their website.
Yep.
All right, got one
701.
All right, that was the trailer for Swamp Thing, a great freaking character that they just don't know how to use yet.
Maybe one of these days they'll finally get it right.
Yeah. All right, Adam. What's the next time we're going to see you anywhere?
Let's see. Tomorrow you can catch me at Contropolis in New Jersey, over in the Mid-Atlantic Convention Center, and then I'll be back Tuesday at 9 p.m. live in the Living Color for the Roast of the Blind Adam. So Mark put together a couple of special guests, and they're going to make fun of me. So that this should be interesting. We're celebrating National 7-Eleven Day. And then I'll be back Wednesday at 8 p.m. Awesome Sauce Radio. And I think next Thursday I'm doing a Whatnot show.
Nice.
Okay. What about you, Yi?
I will probably be on Beyond Wednesdays tomorrow night with Brian McClay for Modern Comic Mayhem. And then after that, we'll probably be back on Wednesdays to Beyond Wednesdays, and then on Thursdays I'll be on Nearing Nirvana for Long Story Short.
Nice.
I just found out we did it. We had our 1 year anniversary of doing that show now.
Nice. You guys do anything special?
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Like, it didn't even seem like a year, to be completely honest. Like, it's like one of those things where
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. You're having fun creating content. So yeah.
Like I said, that shows made me take money out of my wallet on a couple of them.
Like I see all the slides beforehand, like before the general audience or before any of the other people on the panel, and then I can name like once where I was like kind of like, oh, I have to go find this book before everyone else goes.
There's an Archie book that you guys put on there with a Cheryl Blossom cover that I just I had to go on eBay and get the minute you guys talked about it.
Do what's funny? I actually found I found some of those, like we were talking about the Adam Hughes, like Team Betty and the Team Veronica covers.
Yeah.
So I found the Team Betty one in a back issue at Fan Expo Dallas. Like I was actually digging around with Knife, so it's kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for us. The next time you guys will see me is I believe we are supposed to have a claim sale with Mel, the helmet We Help You. I think I got it scheduled for Monday. I don't think that's right. I think it's supposed to be today or it's Saturday night.
I think it's the 15th of July.
Is it the 15th of July? I could have sworn somebody said the 10th. I'll fucking ask those guys again or some shit.
Yeah. I've been messaging Mel about how can we help you, and he hasn't responded back to me yet. So
okay,
yeah. I think I'm joining on the next one. So
yeah. Now, Adam, we don't need freaking Mel to freaking do a helmet we help you. You just do freaking advertise it and freaking it's on the Comic Crusaders Network. So you don't need yeah, just get a couple of other people and we can do the freaking thing. All right. Just let me know.
There's another person who created a Whatnot and he hasn't done anything with it, so I'm gonna have to light a fire under his ass.
Yeah. It is what it is. I think a lot of people are leaving the Whatnot platform anyways.
I haven't been on Whatnot in like.
I mean, you guys don't go on there and give spank girls in the Harley Quinn costume and spank their bottoms and tell dirty jokes for half an hour and sell a single book?
What are you on, man?
If I want to go to OnlyFans, I'll go to OnlyFans.
No, since Whatnot wants to be OnlyFans so bad, I'm going to help them out with that.
Just don't get banned from the platform, man.
I don't think they need any help with being cocksuckers, man.
Nerdy girl show her titties.
Man, isn't she like 50? Dude, you don't need grandmas.
She's a MILF.
You don't MILF.
Gotta get up blood. What the fuck?
Much love to that young lady, man. We don't need all that, man. Again, we need to respect her as another part of the comic book community.
I do.
Whether she's a female or not. Right?
I do.
Try to get us in trouble, man. This is Comic Crusaders, not comic book fucking jerks and pervs and shit. Come on now.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, keep that pervy stuff to the Awesome Sauce Radio.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get onto the comic drama alert, like just by sitting on a panel.
No,
put up on a T-shirt and canceled and shit.
No, because I'm not gonna say what, but one of these days I probably am gonna wind up in comic book drama.
Yeah, so Nerdy Girl, if you want to freaking do a video of fucking Adam in the ass,
she's gonna be
go ahead
kicking
and
my ass
do that.
Tuesday night on the roast of Blind Adam.
Jesus. Look, good Lord. All right, so that definitely means that we stay our stay too damn long. So welcome, thank you to everybody freaking stop by. Definitely freaking you can hit us up on Comic Crusaders, and he can hit me up at Chuck Greens and Cornbread and at Easy Yee and Adam Blindstein, and we'll figure out if we're gonna do the whole freaking thread thing. Probably not, or maybe I don't know. We'll see. But once again, please stay safe, and don't forget to turn the freaking gas grill off. I know some of you fuckers forgot. We are out.
For each man in his time, his fate. Until he walks along the beat and sees his future in the water. Along lost arms within his reach. I haven't needed a world to want.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
100.